Well, hello everyone, and a very warm welcome once again to Kielce in Poland, where you join us for further coverage of the 2021 AIBA Youth World Boxing Championships for men and women. My name is Ronald McIntosh. I'll be your commentator here on Ring A at the Halle Legionov in the beautiful city of Kielce. You can see from that shot, we have 2 rings in operation. Also Ring B, where my colleague Andy Clark will be commentating. And today on this session of boxing, we're at the quarter-final stage. And bouts coming for you thick and fast, 14 across the session, starting off in the 54 kilograms women's bantamweight division. We then move up to the 69 kilogram welterweight weight class for women before switching over to the men's tournament. We have action starting at light flight, then we'll move up to bantam, 56 kilograms, light welterweight, middleweight, and the 91 kilogram heavyweight divisions. And with this being at the quarterfinal stage, the winners here progressing through to the final 4, where they will be guaranteed a medal. So the stakes incredibly high at this stage of the tournament, 7 days in. And all of these boxers now within touching distance of achieving a place on the medal podium here at Kielce 2021. 278 contests have been concluded over the 6 completed days, and 24 athletes are already medalists. 112 boxers in action for the remaining 56 medals on day 7. So we're going to kick things off in the women's 54 kilogram bantamweight division.
His opponent in blue corner, representing Uzbekistan, Nijina UKTAMOVA. Judge assignment: 1 Sri Lanka, 2 Mongolia, 3 Hungary, 4 Slovakia, 5 Armenia. Referee Luca Badilonga, Italy.
So the 10-point must system in effect. We have 5 judges seated around the boxing ring using that method to score this contest, and they come from Sri Lanka, Mongolia, Hungary, Slovakia, and Armenia. There is the boxer from Thailand, Noppaket SRISAWAS, 17 years of age. Just awaiting the arrival of her opponent in the blue corner. And there she is, Nigina UKTAMOVA, also 17 years old, from Uzbekistan. Luca Badilonga of Italy is the referee. SRISAWAS preparing for her 3rd bout of the women's bantamweight tournament. UKTAMOVA preparing for bout number 2 after receiving a bye in the first preliminary round, effectively the round of 32. This the busiest weight category in the women's tournament, 20 boxers comprising the 54 kilogram bantamweight division.
Round 1.
So we're underway then. Quarter-final action in the women's 54 kilogram bantamweight division between boxers from Thailand and Uzbekistan. The boxer wearing red is Noppaket SRISAWAS, 17 years of age. Has been very impressive so far in her 2 completed bouts to date to book her place here at the quarter-final stage. But the woman who's just scored with a corkscrew left is Nigina UKTAMOVA. And UKTAMOVA finding the range immediately. She was put onto the end of a left jab there. And then using nice footwork to back away from SRISAWAS as she goes in search of offense over the front foot. Solid right hand landed by SRISAWAS. She kind of stepped through with it, so lost her balance a little bit, but make no mistake, it was a scoring shot. And then she's finding the range with her lead left hand as well. Action in the opening round has been pretty busy for these boxers bidding to make it through to the medal rostrum here at Kielce 2021. And SRISAWAS really looking to establish that lead left hand now. Now she switches southpaw, one of the facets she's demonstrated over the course of the preceding days. Catches UKTAMOVA with the right hand as UKTAMOVA was trying to disengage. Nice left jab to the body from the woman in blue. Solid left jabs exchanged with the two boxers at center ring, and they really are teeing off on one another right now, having success landing, but neither boxer able to avoid the punches of their opponent. And UKTAMOVA getting onto the front foot, backing SRISAWAS into the ropes. Now the action back at ring center, just beyond the midpoint of the opening round. SRISAWAS scoring with a left hand and then turned it into a hook. She comes back with a bent arm left jab, and that was countered by a straight left from UKTAMOVA. UKTAMOVA forcing her opponent backwards behind a fusillade of straight shots. Action in the neutral corner on the far side of the ring from our commentary position. Nudging little right hand scored from SRISAWAS as she was backing away. Reverse 1-2 saw the left hand land for the woman in red. But then look at the response from UKTAMOVA as she comes forward with a two-shot combination. Left, right, straight punches, and found the range with them. Incredibly competitive opening round, this one. Two-way action as SRISAWAS looking to target the body and head with the right hand. Another swarming attack from UKTAMOVA. SRISAWAS trying to put some distance between herself and her opponent with that lead left. Solid right hand landed by UKTAMOVA. Action in the neutral corner just above our commentary position here. So closing seconds of what has been a blistering opening round. My goodness. And an active conclusion to the opening round from UKTAMOVA. Non-stop punching from opening bell to last. And it's the industry of UKTAMOVA that is being rewarded. 10-9 across the board in favor of the woman in blue. But make no mistake, SRISAWAS in that contest, in that round, for every second of the round. Some of the action from where there were punches being delivered practically non-stop. Plenty of skill and thought behind it as well, though. Wasn't just blind aggression, hoping to land. They were working their way into range. But then look at that, give and take throughout the course of the contest. And given how close it was, well, SRISAWAS will still fancy her chances to be able to get back on terms if she can just produce a little bit more in what was a very even opening round, even though all of the scorecards have gone against her.
Round 2.
So into the second round then, Nigina UKTAMOVA comes out with a right cross, which was right on the money, and she's letting her hands go frequently again, driving SRISAWAS back to the ropes, and SRISAWAS remaining against the strands, totally square on, and takes another left hand. Surely not where she wants to be. She gets off the ropes and scores with a jab, but look at the unrelenting aggression and the pressure being applied by UKTAMOVA. Terrific start to the round for her in the opening 30 seconds of the second frame. Left jab once again landed by the boxer in blue, and once more. She appears to be the slightly more compact athlete, but her timing on that lead left hand is impressive. Comes in as the reigning 2020 National Youth Champion of the Central Asian nation, does UKTAMOVA. Approaching a minute gone, solid left hand landed by SRISAWAS, and SRISAWAS now trying to get onto the front foot. Corkscrew left lands for UKTAMOVA, and then she's looking for bent arm punches at mid-range with the hooks from both flanks. So the referee allowing the two boxers to work away. They do so, sorting things out themselves before getting back beyond punching range. They fall into a tangle on the inside once again. SRISAWAS trying to will her way forwards She'll be aware of the context of the contest coming into the second round thanks to AIBA live scoring, and really trying to get over the front foot in the second half of this round. Solid left jab landed by SRISAWAS as UKTAMOVA is looking for backhands over the top. Now remember, the left jab has served her terrifically. Thinking boxers up there as SRISAWAS just threatening to stray low with that right hand. It was right around the belt line, but look at UKTAMOVA again driving the woman in red backwards, simply imposing her will, burrowing away to the body to produce another terrific portion of the round. Effective aggression being produced by UKTAMOVA, looking for that right cross. She ran into a left jab from SRISAWAS, but UKTAMOVA has really imposed her authority on this contest here in the second round. And SRISAWAS trying to compete, but invariably she is being consistently backed up and outworked. Big shift is being produced by UKTAMOVA to put her in this advantageous position. At least that's how I see it. There is still 30 seconds for SRISAWAS to produce some quality or some big punches to get herself back into it. Oh, terrific left hand to the body once again by UKTAMOVA. SRISAWAS responds with a right hand over the top. But bulldozing her way forwards once more is UKTAMOVA, and there's a right hand over the top. She really swung for the fences with the subsequent right hand and couldn't find the range. Brilliant second round of boxing produced by the woman in blue. Industry and imagination combined, and she was threatening to overwhelm SRISAWAS for large portions of that second round. How will the 5 judges seated ringside see it? And look at that, 10-8 scores sprinkled in there. And going into the third and final round, Nigina UKTAMOVA in a really commanding position on the scoreboard. This was absolutely incessant pressure that was applied as soon as the bell rang to begin round number 2. And SRISAWAS, well, she found herself pinned to the ropes far more often than she would have liked.
Seconds out, please. Round 3.
So into the third and final round then. And Nigina UKTAMOVA out onto the top of the logo and scoring with straight punches once again, just as she did in the second round, really looking to impose her authority in the early stages of this final 3-minute frame. SRISAWAS, the 2019 National Games champion, has just taken a corkscrew left. She scored with a right cross over the top in response. But UKTAMOVA, the 17-year-old who enjoyed a glittering junior career, coming away with Asian Continental Championship gold and junior domestic gold as well. What a transition she has made to the youth classification, one age group up, and surely rampaging her way to the Final Four and medal platform in the bantamweight division here on the global stage of the 2021 AIBA Youth World Championships. Lands with a pot shot right hand once again, steps back into the pocket with the same shot. There is still 2 minutes, nothing preordained in sport in general, but boxing in particular, because one shot can turn everything that has preceded it on its head. But UKTAMOVA is looking irresistible here with a minute gone in this third and final round. In rounds 2 and 3, she's asserting herself in a sense that suggests she simply will not be denied in her pursuit of a place on the medal rostrum. It has been really impressive to behold. So much thought behind her work as she takes a stiff left jab from SRISAWAS, and SRISAWAS, who needs an enormous final round, simply doesn't appear to have the energy to launch the aggressive burst that she needs. It's going to be very difficult to win the contest in this posture, on the back foot and looking to pot shot her way. If that's the approach she's choosing to adopt, well then you're looking for a perfect punch to wipe out your opponent with one blow or a combination. But at this type of tempo, UKTAMOVA, as she lands with a left jab, which threatened to score with or land with the heel of the hand, pot-shotting her way to more points on the scorecard now. Terrific punch picking from the woman in blue, and she has demonstrated so much variety in her work. On the front foot, getting inside, scoring at mid-range, and short range with shots to the body. And then the left jab has been the foundation upon which her success has been built. She neglected it momentarily in the second round, but then there it is in evidence, right on cue. Left jab setting up a looping right over the top, then a corkscrew left hand lending inside. And this is absolutely sensational stuff being produced by Nigina UKTAMOVA of Uzbekistan. Left, right once again, and SRISAWAS, well, that 10-second clapper coming at an opportune time for her because she's in danger of being punched to a standstill. It's been an absolutely sensational display from the woman in blue, and surely it will be Nigina UKTAMOVA who goes storming into the semi-finals of the women's 54-kilogram bantamweight tournament. A terrific display of effective aggression, of intelligent boxing, taking charge of the contest and simply producing an unrelenting display of non-stop educated pressure that was too much for Noppaket SRISAWAS to handle.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by unanimous decision is the boxer from the blue corner, Nigina UKTAMOVA, Uzbekistan.
Well, what a sensational performance. There is confirmation of a unanimous points decision victory for Nigina UKTAMOVA of Uzbekistan, and she goes into the semi-final stage and a guaranteed place on the medal podium. SRISAWAS eliminated at the quarterfinals, did well in her preceding two contests, but at the quarterfinal stage, UKTAMOVA leaving no doubt that she was the better boxer.
Ladies and gentlemen, bouts number 280 in ring A, women's bantam, 51-54 kilogram. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer from Russia, Anastasiia KIRIENKO. And his opponent, representing Belarus in blue corner, Iryna VINAHRADAVA. Judge assignment 1 Uzbekistan, 2 Sri Lanka, 3 Scotland, 4 Czech Republic, and 5 Slovakia. Referee Valery Pastuchov, Moldavia.
So they're the judges scoring bout number 280. They come from Uzbekistan, Sri Lanka, Scotland, Czech Republic, and Slovakia. There is the Russian boxer, Anastasiia KIRIENKO, 17 years of age. For her second bout of Kielce 2021. Valery Pastuchov of Moldova is the referee.
Round 1.
So we're underway then. Bantamweight action in the 54-kilogram weight class in the quarterfinal stage. Boxers looking to earn themselves a place on the medal podium. Boxer wearing red is Russia's Anastasiia KIRIENKO. Her opponent in blue is VINAHRADAVA. Patient start to this contest for both of the boxers. They look to feel one another out. Southpaw jab flicked out by KIRIENKO. To measure her with that backhand coming in is VINAHRADAVA. Plenty of fating over that front foot from the taller boxer. Lead hand down by her belt line as she continues to shape up in front of her opponent, repels that backhand that came in from the woman in blue. Nice right-left combination, the southpaw left cross, finding the range right at the end of the shot. VINAHRADAVA just looking to score in singles at the moment to try and get inside the greater reach, but there she was picked off by a counter lead right jab as well from the woman in red, so she may have to double up her attacks here, VINAHRADAVA. This type of territory, well, it appears to be KIRIENKO's contest. Nice right jab to the body from the woman in red. Oh, that's a beautiful left hand. Really did show imagination to penetrate the high-held gloves of the woman in blue. VINAHRADAVA again looking for that backhand, but hasn't really had any success in finding the range, and again she's looking to score her points in singles. VINAHRADAVA with nice defense, putting the gloves up, but the solid left cross straight through the guard once again brings about a standing count, and that has been a really profitable punch for Anastasiia KIRIENKO. Just under a minute to go in the opening round, and KIRIENKO finding the range with terrific consistency as she puts her opponent on the end of that lead right jab. She'll take tremendous confidence from the fact that she's brought about a standing count. And VINAHRADAVA just finding this a difficult puzzle to solve as KIRIENKO drops down with a whipping left hand around the body. Defense is effective once again for VINAHRADAVA. She has to be mindful that she doesn't become gun-shy here. First round is almost completed, and she's had very little success to speak of during the course of that first 3 minutes. Continually looking for single pot shots, but at the distance in which she's choosing to operate or the distance at which she's being kept, well, KIRIENKO in complete control. Some 10-8 scores sprinkled in, and again in AIBA boxing, the interpretation of the 10-point must system, 10-9 for a close round, 10-8 for a clear round, 10-7 total domination. Some of the action from round number one.
Плотно на ней, иди дерись, понимаешь? Так толку не будет, ничего. Если ты выйдешь сейчас опять, что с такими руками? Руки подними с уклонами, поджимай, бей, бей. Плотнее на ней надо работать. А что ты...
Seconds out, please. Round two.
Into the second round then. Very good opening round of boxing from the woman in red, Anastasiia KIRIENKO, who controlled the distance and indeed the tempo of the first 3 minutes. VINAHRADAVA really struggling to find her way into her own punching range. And again, she's starting the second round at a similar tenor. Now remember, the boxers and their teams will be aware of the context of the bout, thanks to AIBA live scoring here at Kielce 2021. But there's been no discernible change in the tempo or the urgency of VINAHRADAVA. What changes can she make as she's put on the end of a right hook, left cross in the concluding stages of that combination? And again, that's a solid right hand landed by the woman in blue, her best shot of the entire contest. Now she's trying to get over the front foot and close the distance, but KIRIENKO presenting an elusive target. Concentration absolute from both boxers. Good defense with the gloves from VINAHRADAVA once again to repel that 1-2 combination from the woman in red. VINAHRADAVA coming forward with just a little bit more urgency now, but picked off by a right-left combination out of that southpaw stance. Just think there needs to be more work from VINAHRADAVA through the halfway stage of this second round. I'm not quite sure this type of punch output is going to get it done against Kirienko, because Kirienko appearing incredibly comfortable up there in the boxing ring. And surely the onus is on the woman in blue to try and do something to change that as Kirienko gets through with a left cross once again. Cracking right jab snapped up from the belt line by Kirienko. Just presented the same shot almost as a decoy there. VINAHRADAVA hasn't been able to quicken her feet, hasn't been able to increase her punch output as Kirienko scores to the body. Swinging and missing is VINAHRADAVA, and she's countered by a looping left hand out of that southpaw stance. So 2.5 minutes gone, and Kirienko controlling this one on her own terms once again. VINAHRADAVA, as she's picked off by another raking left cross. VINAHRADAVA really having her work cut out here. She hasn't been able to quicken her work or increase the pressure. And at this type of distance and this type of pace, well, Kirienko is just waltzing her way through the round. 2 in the book, both of them in favor of the woman in red. Very good boxing indeed. There's confirmation of the second round in the book with another sprinkling of 10-8 scores, such as the control being exhibited by Kirienko. Take a look at some of that action from the second round.
Ты ни шагу не сделаешь. Ты делаешь два... Да ты не подходишь, ты стоишь на месте. Двойку пробьешь и все. Нет. А ты раз-два, хотя бы еще два. Еще два просто. Давай. Иди работай. Просто номер отбиваешь.
Seconds out, please.
Ничего не делаешь.
Round 3.
Well, coming into the third and final round, there has got to be a drastic change in tactics from the woman in blue, because she's boxed the first 2 rounds at this type of distance and at this type of tempo. And Anastasiia Kirienko has just done pretty much as she likes. The 2021 National Youth Champion of Russia, the 2020 European Youth Silver Medalist, had harder contests than this through Kielce 2021 to book her stage at this quarter-final juncture of the tournament. Remember, the winner through to the medal podium, and there's a beautiful right jab once again. And Kirienko has really found her groove here in this quarter-final contest. Have to feel for VINAHRADAVA, because she simply doesn't have armory with which to compete. She's trying to get inside. You can see she knows what she needs to do, but implementing it up there in the ring against such an accomplished operator as Kirienko, a different matter altogether. Having got to that close tempo, perhaps that close distance for the first time in the contest, she did try to free her hands, VINAHRADAVA, but surely she needs to do that more often. Body shot with the left hand turned into a left cross over the top, and it brings over the second standing count of the contest. VINAHRADAVA cutting an incredibly frustrated figure up there in the boxing ring, because she simply cannot find an answer to the puzzle being posed by Kirienko. Kirienko demonstrating so many facets of her game here as she goes downstairs with a whipping left hand to the body. VINAHRADAVA, she takes another stiff left cross. Simply hasn't been able to get herself into the contest. Hot shot left hand success once again from Kirienko. VINAHRADAVA simply cannot find the educated pressure that she needs as she takes another left cross. Remember, she's had 2 standing counts already. She's conceded the first 2 rounds with a whole host of 10-8 scores in amongst these completed scorecards. But there has been no discernible change in approach from VINAHRADAVA, and that must be disappointing, most of all to her, because she knows what she needs to do. There she did get her hands free and score with punches to the body, but she needed to do that. After conceding the opening round, she really did need to get busy, but just not able to raise her game, VINAHRADAVA, and it will be KIRIENKO who goes through to the semi-final stage where Nigina UKTAMOVA of Uzbekistan awaits, and what a contest that promises to be between Russia and Uzbekistan. We'll await confirmation, but Anastasiia KIRIENKO cruising through to the semi-finals and the medal podium here at Kielce 2021.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by unanimous decision is the boxer from the red corner, Anastasiia KIRIENKO, Russia.
Well, that is what Anastasiia KIRIENKO is aiming for, the #1 spot here at the 2021 AIBA Youth World Championships. And she swaggers her way through to the semi-final stage where Nigina UKTAMOVA of Uzbekistan awaits, and that's how she did it. A very controlled display takes her through to the final 4. You have to feel for VINAHRADAVA, simply couldn't get herself into the contest. It's KIRIENKO who is the victor.
And next bout introduction, bout number 281 in ring A, women's welter, 64-69 kilogram. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer representing Ukraine, SEZKO. And his opponent in the blue corner representing India, Arundhati CHOUDHARY. Judge assignment: 1 United States, 2 Armenia, 3 Italy, 4 Hungary and 5 Argentina. Referee Terezi Krejbychova, Czech Republic.
So we move up to the 69 kilogram welterweight division, and the judges scoring this one are from the United States of America, Armenia, Italy, Hungary and Argentina. Well, there is the Ukrainian boxer Anna SEZKO, 17 years of age, comes in as the 2020 European Championship silver medalist in the youth category at 69 kilogram welterweight. Reigning the 2020 national champion of her country. Arundhati CHOUDHARY is 18 years old, and she comes in with a 2019 continental bronze medal at 69 kilograms, took the national youth title in 2019. Our referee is from the Czech Republic. And just 9 boxers comprising the women's 69 kilogram welterweight bracket. Stark contrast to the men, where it's the busiest tournament, the busiest weight class of the entire tournament. CHOUDHARY preparing for the second bout Kielce 2021, having prevailed in the round of 16 over Casas Jerez of Colombia.
Round 1.
So we're underway then, quarter-final action in the 69 kilogram welterweight division for women. This one between boxers from Ukraine and India. And when you see the contrasting statures between these two boxers, well, the tactics clear and evident. Somehow, SEZKO has got to find a way inside the towering range and reach possessed by CHOUDHARY. Boxing, a weight-governed sport, of course. There's difficulty with the head guard. of the Ukrainian boxer. But even though it is a weight-governed sport, if you were to believe your eyes rather than the scales, these two boxers look a couple of weight divisions apart, but they have to make weight for each and every bout in AIBA tournament boxing. So both are indeed 69-kilogram welterweight boxers. But Choudhary, towering over opponents, will she be able to turn her attributes of height and length and reach into assets and keep her opponent in red at long distance? Content to work away at mid and short range there as she whipped in Bantam punches, coming forward on the front foot, did land with a left cross out of that southpaw stance. Left hand catching the woman in red before the boxers disengaged once again. And Choudhary, while she's content to concede her longer reach, walks forward, and then look, she's right into the punching territory of SEZKO. And SEZKO scores with a good punch to the body. So coming over that front foot, but right into mid and short range, and takes a right hand over the top. Cleverly picked punch from SEZKO. And one wonders whether there'll be any adjustment from Choudhary in a bid to keep her opponent on the end of her straight shots. And look how long the gap is if Choudhary were to extend that lead right jab and really commit to it, rather than falling in and finding herself in SEZKO's preferred range. So SEZKO remaining patient on the outside. Now she's where she wants to be, but there's an untidy tangle that ensues, causing the intervention of the referee. Looping left hand, but what a counter left by SEZKO, remaining cool in the pocket. And when the punches from Choudhary were coming in, she kept her composure and was able to land a couple of sneaky punches. But there's a jolting right jab landed by Choudhary, and another one. So the first round in the book, Choudhary, the aggressor, always on the front foot. But the punch picking of SEZKO when under pressure, enough to take it for the majority of judges in the opening round. Well, there's an example of how Choudhary conceding her attributes of height and length and reach and just walking in almost of her own volition into the punching compass of the woman in red, and she was able to take advantage by keeping calm when under pressure, scoring with some effective variety.
Seconds out, please. Round 2.
So into the second round we go then. And once again, the usual pattern resumes. Choudhary clearly upping the tempo and the punch output to begin this second 3-minute round. And she calls timeout because, oh, what's that all about? I don't think I've ever seen that before. Ever. In all my years of watching AIBA boxing, different types of boxing at every level of the competition, from novices through to the world championship stage, I don't think I've ever seen a boxer called time to have something that is disrupting their tongue, be it a hair, be it a piece of tissue, whatever it is. Call time out and go and get it removed. That, an extraordinary interlude, but we're back to the action. Wow. Always learning in this job. That is another point of reference that we've just observed here. We'll be able to say in years to come, well, I saw a boxer called timeout because she had a piece of the towel, perhaps. I was irritating her tongue, so she went back to her corner to get it removed. But back to the task at hand, where both of these boxers are trying to make it through to the medal rostrum in the 69-kilogram welterweight division. Short of the range is Choudhary, but she doubled up the attack, and she did just put her opponent on the end of these subsequent two shots after the first pair fell short. Well, there's no doubting the aggression of Choudhary, but it hasn't really been effective through the first half of this second round. And again, look at the variety in evidence. Punching in the pocket from SEZKO, scoring to both body and head. Left hand landed on the break from Choudhary, but SEZKO just keeping her cool. Scoring to the body once again, catching the advancing boxer in blue. Choudhary goes downstairs with a nice left hand to the body, then scores with a left cross. Winging away with the left hand while holding with the right. Choudhary doing a good job cutting off the ring by moving to her right just a couple of moments ago. Now she's trying to get over the front foot, perhaps did find a range at the full extent of that left cross. SEZKO takes another left cross over the top and initiates a clinch. One of the few we've seen in this contest. Because usually SEZKO looking to work away when Choudhary falls into her own punching territory. Exchange of jabs as the 10-second clapper sounds. So the second round in the book, Choudhary tried to up the tempo, but it wasn't any, well, she's got it across the board thanks to that increased work rate. So it's all square for 4 of the 5 judges. Counter shot success on the back foot such as that for SEZKO. Again, Choudhary coming forwards, and there is a school of thought in boxing that in a contest that's fairly even, the aggressor will be favored, but remember, it has to be effective aggression. It's merely making the contest
Seconds out, please.
shouldn't be deemed to be enough. As we enter the third and final round, this contest is up for grabs.
Round 3.
It is all square for 4 of the 5 scoring judges, 19 points apiece. After SEZKO took the first round on a 4-1 split, Choudhary rallied to take the second across the board. So it is 20-18 for one judge in favor of the woman in blue, and all square, 1 round apiece, 19 points apiece for judges B, C, D, and E. Both corners will be aware of that, and that is why we're seeing increased activity from both boxers. SEZKO elected to go on the back foot. Choudhary winging away with that left hand while holding with the right once again. SEZKO, I'm surprised she's not looking to work in there. She had her hands behind the back of the woman in blue rather than freeing them up and trying to score with body punches on the inside. Nice final left-right combination from Choudhary. Swiveling the head of the woman in red, and just wonder whether SEZKO is feeling the pace here. It's been a physical contest. Breathing through an open mouth. Minute gone in the third and final round. And in always backing up, well, that could be perceived as negative by the judges, as though she's trying to nick this. SEZKO with clever pot shots such as that. But here you see Choudhary being the aggressor, and she is the one looking to make the contest. And as she continues to dig away with the left hand, well, in the clinches, SEZKO not doing anything. It's Choudhary who is working away with a free left hand. There's a sneaky left hand landed by SEZKO, and then a clever right as she skipped away to her right. Now with a minute to go, who can produce some quality in there? Right on cue is a 2-shot combination from Choudhary, catching up with a left-right out of that southpaw stance. And I'm just not sure that SEZKO is being busy enough here. She's trying to pick her points, but then in sporadic bursts, she's being subjected to swarming attacks from the woman in blue. And she may be letting this one slip away simply by not being busy enough. SEZKO, and again I posed the question as to whether she's feeling the pace. There she's digging away with body shots, but look at the sharp intake of breath and the visible exhalation through puffed cheeks from SEZKO. Right hand over the top It's an effective shot, but look at the response it spurs from Choudhary. As again, good left hand before retreating from Choudhary. In the closing seconds, a big right jab backs up the woman in red. She gamely bites down on her gum shield and tries to dig away to the body. But in a contest that was in the balance, for my money, well, the woman in blue did far more work in the second round. And again, body language from athletes in their corners so often instructive. There were high fives over in that blue corner as soon as Choudhary returned there. Altogether more subdued in the red corner of the Ukrainian boxer. One suspects it's going to be the industry of Choudhary that will take her through to the medal rostrum in the women's 69 kilogram weight division. Outworking her opponent, landing a jolting right jab in the closing stages. Here's the verdict.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by unanimous decision is the boxer from the blue corner, Arundhati, CHOUDHARY, India.
So there is confirmation of a unanimous points decision victory for Arundhati Choudhary. She goes through to the final four of the women's 69 kilogram welterweight division. 2 wins out of 2, and she has guaranteed herself a medal here on the World Championship stage. Understandably delighted, but more to come. The semi-final will take place tomorrow in the afternoon session. Who will she be facing off again against? And that's a really good effort to overturn a 4-1 deficit at the conclusion of round 1.
64-69 kilogram. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer from Finland, Eveliina TAIMI. And his opponent representing Uzbekistan, Khadichabonu ABDULLAEVA.
So we remain in the 69 kilogram welterweight division, this one between boxers from Finland and Uzbekistan.
5 under Argentina. Referee Sean Rees, United States.
So here then the judges who will be scoring bout number 282, the 4th bout of our 12th session of boxing. They are from Slovakia, Kyrgyzstan, Sri Lanka, Hungary, and Argentina. There is Eveliina TAIMI, 19 years of age, from Finland, comes in as a 2019 European Youth Championship bronze medalist and took National Youth Championship gold at 69 kilograms last year. 7th there the tournament, and it is the first bout of Kielce 2021 for both of these boxers. It's been a long wait. I bet that they are absolutely raring to go and get their hands on one another up there in the boxing ring. Well, there is Khadichabonu ABDULLAEVA from Uzbekistan. 2 consecutive youth titles at 69 kilograms in the Central Asian nation. Sean Rees will be the 3rd person in the boxing ring. 2020 and 2019, the consecutive national youth titles came in the welterweight division, and she's the 2019 Asian Continental Championship bronze medalist as well.
Round 1.
So we're underway then. Quarterfinal action in the 69 kilogram welterweight division. Just 9 boxers comprising this weight class. And so here on day 7, the 12th session of boxing, it is the first outing of Kielce 2021 for both of these athletes. Good left-right landed by Khadichabonu ABDULLAEVA. 18 years of age is the Uzbek boxer. Her opponent is 19. That is Eveliina TAIMI of Finland. Taller boxer looking to establish her range behind that lead left hand. Interesting choice of footwear from the woman in red as she takes her right hand over the top. You can see there, they look like she's getting ready for a run. Clearly more comfortable in the low cut rather than the ankle or calf length boots that are very common indeed in the sport of boxing. Left hand got through the guard from ABDULLAEVA. TAIMI just putting the heel of her glove into the face of her opponent before getting back beyond punching range. Looking to establish that left-right combination, but she was outscored to the body before she came back with a right hand of her own. ABDULLAEVA looking to get busy and target the torso of the woman in red now. Always a good tactic against a taller opponent, and then look at the uppercut success through the middle from the bustling little figure in blue. Really is letting her hands go and outworking TAIMI. Terrific shot selection and evidence now. Bantam work, but a strong right cross in response from TAIMI turns that into an exchange. But make no mistake, the woman on top during the course of this coming together is ABDULLAEVA of Uzbekistan, driving her opponent back towards her own corner. TAIMI turned the tables and tries to pin her opponent to the ropes, but this has been a non-stop burst of punching for about 40 seconds from ABDULLAEVA. Now she's beyond punching range, having got the better of those exchanges that came prior to that. TAIMI looking to take advantage while ABDULLAEVA was resting. And now she steps back into the pocket and is being the aggressor once again. So some back and forth action, but for my money, it's ABDULLAEVA in blue who has got the better of it. Good right hand to the body. Shot came back in response over the top from TAIMI. Nice left, right from TAIMI. She wasn't at her full extent of range, but she landed with Bantam punches at mid-range that scored through the blue gloves of ABDULLAEVA. 10-second clapper, close to the belt. And on the sound of that, it's ABDULLAEVA who is getting busy once again. Strong right cross landed on the bell from TAIMI. Terrific opening round. But for my money, it's the woman in blue who was the boss. And the scores from the 5 judges seated around the boxing ring. So some of the action then from that first round.
Смотри, когда ты поднимаешь, зачем это? На ногах держи.
Second out, please.
Так же дергай и подходи, не торопись, понятно? Вперед.
Round 2.
So into the second round then. ABDULLAEVA of Uzbekistan was very busy indeed throughout the opening 3 minutes of round 1. TAIMI starting this contest with a right hand over the top a few moments ago. Kidney punches not allowed in any code of boxing, particularly here in AIBA boxing. That infringement spotted immediately by the American referee, Sean Reese. So ABDULLAEVA really taking her foot off the gas here, presenting a different posture, keeping herself beyond punching range, steps back into the fray and got the better of that coming together. There was a single shot success for TAIMI, but it was a 3-shot salvo from ABDULLAEVA. TAIMI trying to work her opponent backwards. ABDULLAEVA up on her toes now, showing neat footwork as she scores with the left, right, then drops down with a right hand to the body. And it's skillful, educated pressure this as TAIMI catches the woman in blue on the retreat with a nice right hand. ABDULLAEVA picks the times when she's going to let her hands go, but when she does, look at the accuracy on that work. Body and head with the left hand, spearing the defenses with the right hand as well, just as she did there. Terrific accuracy and a wide range of variety being exhibited by ABDULLAEVA. Really is showing a wide repertoire in terms of shot selection, and just look at how accurate the punches are, able to get beneath the elbows of TAIMI. TAIMI comes back with a left-right combination. The right hand got between the defenses of the woman in blue, but there's a beautiful left uppercut landed from ABDULLAEVA. ABDULLAEVA with a corkscrew left hand to just Forced TAIMI to reset. So over 2 minutes gone in the second round. TAIMI has been working away. She scored with a left, right, twice with the same combination. On both occasions it got through, but when ABDULLAEVA decides to put her punches together, she really is an impressive point scorer. Possesses every punch in the book, and the accuracy has been notable. But is she feeling the pace here now? Up on her toes, another huge lung full of air taken in. But look at her dig away to the body, and again, she's getting the better of these exchanges. TAIMI trying to fire back, but her accuracy not nearly as pinpoint. But look at what it's taken out of ABDULLAEVA through 2 completed rounds. I think she's taken the second, but she's got 3 minutes to negotiate yet. And she appeared to be running pretty low on energy as she made her way back to the blue corner. So this final 3 minutes going to be very interesting, because there's no doubt that ABDULLAEVA of Uzbekistan has proved to be the better boxer over the course of the 2 completed rounds. But how much energy does she have to stay out of harm's way and to exhibit her skills, with the 3rd round still to come?
Seconds out, please. Round 3.
So into the 3rd and final round then. ABDULLAEVA, how much has she recovered during that 60-second intermission? Given the state of the contest, I'm surprised that TAIMI isn't really going after her here, because she needs a big 3rd and final round, having conceded the first 2. That's a trip. So the gloves will be wiped clean, and we will resume. But given that her opponents appear to be visibly fading, this is just allowing her to buy time and allow her energy levels to replenish. Surprised that TAIMI really isn't looking to quicken the tempo and up the pressure, because ABDULLAEVA will be able to do this, as tired as she is, with no punches coming in her direction for another 9 minutes, I'm sure. But then the onus is on TAIMI to close the gap, come with attacks in waves and pin her to the ropes and look to work her over to body and head. But look at how clever ABDULLAEVA's being. Steals a glance to her blue corner. How long is left? She will know that, of course. All boxers, once they get some experience, have that inbuilt clock as to how long 3 minutes is, as to how long a minute is. And cleverly, ABDULLAEVA just letting her hands go to show the judges that she is engaging, as she lands with the right hand again to get the better of that coming together. So she's controlling the terms of this contest here, when really the onus was on TAIMI to let her hands go in the fashion that she just did there. Straight punch successes for the woman in red, but she needs more of them. With over half of the round gone, well, she's allowing ABDULLAEVA to pick and choose when she comes in to engage. And surely she shouldn't be presented with that type of option, because TAIMI should have been, well, she's the taller boxer, so constantly looking to close the distance as she did there behind that jab. Never mind that, TAIMI, you keep on punching. The referee will determine whether it's an appropriate time to stop the contest. And TAIMI looking to take advantage, as ABDULLAEVA became just a little bit distracted. And again, really feeling the pace, can barely move her feet, but still bobbing and weaving in the presence of the woman in red. And you have to say that this has been a very clever display. She's played possum for large parts of the round, has looked busy doing not very much, dancing, bobbing and weaving as though she's willing to engage, but for the most part, she's just looking for the seconds to tick away. But TAIMI, it's as though she's bought into what she's selling, almost hypnotized by the rhythm that ABDULLAEVA was presenting, by getting up on her toes and just coming in on occasion to show the judges that, listen, this isn't a running meet. I am here to box. That's a very clever display. from TAIMI, because for my money, she visibly faded in the closing stages of that second round, but TAIMI not able to take advantage and produce the big final round that she needed to overturn the 2-round deficit she faced after rounds 1 and 2 were in the book. It will be ABDULLAEVA going through to the semi-final stage to face off against India in the form of CHOUDHARY. Let's get the official verdict.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by unanimous decision is the boxer from blue corner, Khadichabonu ABDULLAEVA.
Well, a very clever display from Khadichabonu ABDULLAEVA, the Uzbekistan boxer, through to the semi-final stage, a guaranteed world championship medal here, a unanimous points decision victory where she managed her energy levels very well indeed. Terrific boxing in the first and second rounds, appeared to be very fatigued in the third, but still able to box on her own terms, engage when she chose to outpoint
And ladies and gentlemen,
Eveliina TAIMI of Finland. It's ABDULLAEVA who goes through to the final four, where she will face off against India's CHOUDHARY in the evening session tomorrow. Excuse me, the afternoon session tomorrow. So up next, we move to the men's 49 kilogram flyweight division.
HEGEDUS. Judge assignments: 1 Scotland, 2 Czech Republic, 3 Kyrgyzstan, 4 Uzbekistan, 5 Ukraine. Referee Ashok Kabilansai, India.
So here then the judges who will score our opening 49 kilogram light flyweight bout. They come from Scotland, the Czech Republic, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, and Ukraine. Well, there is Nijat HUSEYNOV, 18 years of age. Comes in as the 2020 National Youth Champion in the light flyweight division, following up from the National Junior title he took in Azerbaijan at 44 kilograms in 2018. His opponent is Levente HEGEDUS, 17 years of age. Ashok Kabilansai of India is our referee.
Round 1.
So the opening bell then, the 49 kilogram light flyweight division between boxers from Azerbaijan and Hungary. The taller figure wearing red is the Azerbaijan boxer Nijat HUSEYNOV, 18 years of age, decorated national championship gold medalist in Azerbaijan in the youth and junior ranks. He's got a characteristic of pushing that mouthpiece out with his tongue, and he is a wicked body puncher. Despite being the tall ranger figure, you perhaps, from the sight of him, may think that he's a straight shot merchant, but my goodness, when he dips at the knees and turns in hooks to the body, they are hurtful indeed. His opponent wearing blue is Levente HEGEDUS, 17 years of age, and he progressed here on a walkover, had a bye in the first preliminary round. So this, on day 7, his first bout of Kielce 2021. It's been a long wait, and unsurprisingly, he has started at a rapid clip, just eager to expel some energy in his bid to go through to the medal stages in the 49 kilogram light flyweight division. So the tactics clear then. HUSEYNOV just taken a looping left before he countered with the same shot of his own. Terrific 1-2, and what an exchange. But it's HUSEYNOV bombing away with that right hand who got the better of that coming together. Right hand and left hook were off the mark. That's a solid right cross landed with a bent arm, and the same shot once again. HUSEYNOV has no problem conceding his height and range and reach. But as mentioned, he is comfortable in the pocket. He takes a stiff left jab and another one as he's looking to box on the back foot. Right hand digging in his back foot, landed by HUSEYNOV. HEGEDUS right back into the pocket. Physical tangle on the inside. HEGEDUS tying up the left hand. HUSEYNOV runs him into a jab. Oh, that's a jolting right cross landed by the man in red. And again, the impact was doubled up because the boxer in blue is pouring forwards. He's kept at bay by an accurate left-right combination. Launches a speculative right hand but couldn't find the mark. HUSEYNOV tried to respond with the same shot and was inaccurate also. Wonderful left hand by HUSEYNOV. He landed more frequently. Well, there's a clever tactic being produced here by HEGEDUS because he's holding one of the hands of the man in red and winging away with the other one with his free hand while tying up his opponent. Right hand landed just before the bell from HUSEYNOV. Action-packed opening round. I have to think that the man in red has done enough to take that, and he has done for 4 of the 5 judges seated ringside. So some of the action from that first round.
Megütötted a baljobbot, de ha ütembe ráütötted a bal egyenes, nagyon jó volt. Nem ért, ugye baljobbal elérted, kicsit kivárt és belevágtad a baljobbal, nagyon jó volt. Ugyanez a tempó kell, jó, mert meg van zavarodva a gyerek. Fárasztva ezt a nyomni, oké? Hallottad, amit mondtam? Végig résbe kell tartani.
Seconds out.
Nincs csak a fejed len van és dolgozol. Ugrasz és megy a meló. Fent le. Oké?
Round 2.
So into the second round we go. HUSEYNOV of Azerbaijan, part of a 9-strong Azeri boxing team, represented in every weight class in the men's tournament, other than at 91 kilogram plus super heavyweight. No women entered for Azerbaijan here at this tournament. As for HEGEDUS, he's part of a 13-strong Azeri boxing team. Excuse me, Hungarian boxing team, 8 men, 5 women. And this, as he's running to a 3-shot combination, backhand, left jab, then another single shot, skipped his feet as if to say, okay, I'm still coming, but he's being picked off repeatedly. He has a left jab success of his own as he continues his twinkle-toed footwork, but he's being pinged by accurate straight punches like that reverse 1-2 from HUSEYNOV. Good shot to the body by HEGEDUS, and then he came back up with a shot to the head as well. Double attack, double phase attack produced by HUSEYNOV, driving forwards and scoring with the right hand with HEGEDUS back to the ropes. Becoming increasingly untidy, this one. Halfway through the second round, Stern talking in a direction of HEGEDUS as he commits so fully to an attack that his momentum, helped by a little forearm from HUSEYNOV, carried him to the other side of the ring. And same thing once again. So just losing his shape now, for my money, is the man in blue. And he regained the composure as he tries to get into his own punching range, so perhaps getting a little bit frustrated and looking to put everything on a home run swing, because again, look at the price he's having to pay to get into punching range. He's plenty game, but the head movement isn't what it needs to be to avoid these accurate punches. And again, he winds up with a big overhand right, but in the meantime now, HUSEYNOV piling up points, dipping to avoid the shots coming from HEGEDUS, and he's continuing to have a brilliant second round, dropping his hands contemptuously And HEGEDUS becoming increasingly desperate from my perspective, really is looking to take his man out of there with a single shot. Because when he's trying to box, well, he's being picked off, and HUSEYNOV feels he's got the measure of his man now as he runs him in to another right hand, pivots to make him miss. And HUSEYNOV really is enjoying his boxing. HEGEDUS enduring a difficult second round. Flashy left uppercut attempted by HUSEYNOV. Corkscrew left hand lands once again, as does another right cross, and there's the hitting and holding tactic in evidence once more from this roughhouse little character wearing blue. Second round in the book, a very good round produced by Nijat HUSEYNOV of Azerbaijan. 10-9 with a 10-8 included. So going into the third and final round, the man in red in a really commanding position on the scorecards. And if the contest follows the trend that we have witnessed, well, he's only going to increase his dominance here. For my money, HEGEDUS has got to do something different because he appeared to be increasingly frustrated, perhaps getting desperate during the course of the second round, but he was just picked off repeatedly by accurate pot shots from the hands of the man in red. Tall order for this man now, as he fights to get through to the medal podium here at Kielce 2021.
Round 3.
So into the third and final round then. And the man in red was able to establish a magnificent rhythm during the course of round 2, boxing in this type of posture, and this is what he did for practically the entire 3 minutes, playing matador to the onrushing, bull-wearing blue. HEGEDUS being reduced to agricultural swings, trying to take his man out seemingly with a single shot, but there's no head movement on his forward forays, so invariably, at least in round 2, he was repeatedly running to punches as he was there, that looping roundhouse right, while HUSEYNOV spins off the line, producing a terrific exhibition of pot shotting and punch picking. Exchange of jabs, HEGEDUS looking to use that shot, which was almost absent in the entirety of the second round. Now he's looking to work his way in behind it once again. But he simply cannot solve the puzzle that's standing in front of him, clad in red. But for my money, sat here ringside, he's had more success in this third round than he did in the second by reintroducing his jab. Even though he's the shorter boxer, it's the most important punch in the book. But HUSEYNOV continually picking him off, flicking up shots from around his kneecap, just as he did there. But you see, HEGEDUS landed his own jab. So rather than winding up for a home run swing, at least he's getting his own successes in there on an exchange of lead hands. But HUSEYNOV's far more impressive for my money, and with half of the round gone, he's continuing the flow that he established in the second round. There's the lead left hand followed by a right and a left once again, and there is the importance of the most basic punch in boxing, the left jab. HEGEDUS completely neglected it in the second round and was given something of a boxing lesson. He's reintroduced it here, and make no mistake, he probably isn't winning the round with 2 minutes gone, but he's had more success than he did in the entire 3 minutes of round number 2 for my money. But there, usual service resumed from HUSEYNOV. You have to credit the commitment of HEGEDUS. Oh, now again, there's an example of his frustration, leaving his feet to try and tear his head free from the headlock. And on the resumption, he's put on the end of a jab before the boxers exchange left jabs. Now that's bang out of order. That is bang out of order from HEGEDUS. And I've said throughout the contest, he's been frustrated, but you simply cannot do that. I think he's lucky not to get away with a warning there, because I think he was the initiator of a blatant foul, tossing his man and then putting him in a headlock. And again, not before time. Roughhouse tactics. This is not grappling, this is boxing. And HEGEDUS, the frustration appearing to get the better of him the more this contest went on, and his problems mounting up in the third and final round, because he's been warned, which means that whatever his score total reads in the third round, a point will be removed. But you simply cannot do that in the sport of boxing and hope not to be penalized. But as far as the boxing went, a very good display produced by Nijat HUSEYNOV of Azerbaijan, and he will be going through to the medal podium here at Kielce 2021. Bang out of order for my money. He's still youngsters, of course, but I hope his coaches tell him that that is not the way to conduct yourself. He's certainly got fire in him. That is something that can't be coached, but it needs to be controlled. Otherwise, it'll burn everything
Ladies
down.
and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by unanimous decision is boxer from red corner, Nijat HUSEYNOV, Azerbaijan.
And here's confirmation of a unanimous points decision victory, and Nijat HUSEYNOV, overcome with emotion. The man from Azerbaijan is a medalist here at the Kielce 2021 AIBA World Youth Boxing Championships. A terrific performance. We'll see him come away with championship hardware. Levente HEGEDUS, a very spirited individual, but just look at the margin on those scorecards. Dominated in the final round, warned as well, a point taken off.
Number 284.
He's eliminated after his first contest here at the quarterfinal stage. But HUSEYNOV through to the medal podium and absolutely delighted with his accomplishment. And there's more to come.
And his opponent representing Russia in blue corner, Robert BADALIAN. Judge assignment 1, United States, 2 Italy, 3 Czech Republic, 4 Armenia, and 5 Argentina. Referee Gunbold Azrak, Mongolia.
Then the judges who will be scoring this one, they come from the United States of America, Italy, the Czech Republic, Armenia, and Argentina. There is Ritthiamon SAENGSAWANG, 18 years of age, 2020 National Championship Youth Bronze Medalist in Thailand. Preparing for his second bout of Kielce 2021 after eliminating the Cuban Yislan Pereira Aura in the round of 16. Here is his opponent, Robert BADALIAN of Russia, highly decorated 18-year-old who comes in here as the reigning European Youth Championship gold medalist. Our referee is from Mongolia, just checking the equipment before calling the boxers to center ring for the final instructions.
Round 1.
So we're underway then. 49-kilogram light flyweight quarterfinal action between boxers from Thailand and Russia. The boxer from Thailand is Ritthiamon SAENGSAWANG. Very good display in his previous contest in the round of 16 to eliminate the Cuban boxer. The man wearing blue is Robert BADALIAN, 18 years of age, and as well as being a Continental Championship gold medalist, he's also the National Youth Champion of Russia as well. So patient start to this opening round. Two men who have demonstrated that they are very skillful boxers indeed. SAENGSAWANG, switch hitter, can operate equal adeptness out of both the orthodox and the southpaw stance. He likes to play counter-puncher, does the man in red. So too does BADALIAN. That is why we're having this chess match where there's plenty of watching and waiting. Nice left jab scored from the boxer in blue, catching SAENGSAWANG as he was looking to commit. Good burst of punches to both body and head, and then a really eye-catching left cross as BADALIAN momentarily turned southpaw, and the left hand came from the backhand. With his right foot in front, right hand lead out of the orthodox stance from SAENGSAWANG. Left jab was a touching shot to the torso from SAENGSAWANG. How about that for a change of angles from BADALIAN? close the distance, moved to his right and then scored without reply before skipping away. Solid right hand landed by SAENGSAWANG during that exchange. BADALIAN says, okay, that's how it's going to be, and he steps in looking for some get back, as Roy Jones Jr. is fond of saying. Right hand over the top is a scoring shot from SAENGSAWANG. Beautiful shot selection from SAENGSAWANG. Left, right from around his kneecap, but then look at the left cross success, and then a right jab with a flicking shot landed by BADALIAN. Right jab, right cross to the body from SAENGSAWANG. Closing seconds of the opening round. Round that has been terrifically contested with some fantastic punch picking from both boxers. BADALIAN trying to get busy to the body on a 10-second clapper. So the opening round in the book. Skillful boxing in evidence from both athletes. BADALIAN, who has taken it across the board. Some of the action from that first round. SAENGSAWANG landed with some eye-catching pot shots, but the greater volume of accurate punches coming from the man in blue.
Seconds out, please. Round 2.
So into the second round then. Ritthiamon, SAENGSAWANG, national championship bronze medalist last year in Thailand. Here, one win away from a place on the bronze medal rostrum, at least at Kielce 2021. SAENGSAWANG really loading up with that right hand, lost his shape there as he went reaching with the left, almost looked like a fencer the way he lunged forwards. Now he's getting onto the front foot, and you have to give credit to he and his team for that. They're aware of the context of the bout coming into round 2. Takes a good left hook from the southpaw whip again, whilst BADALIAN momentarily turned southpaw to land that left hook, as he did there, pivoting away. Left hook success repeatedly, one from the orthodox stance, one from the southpaw stance from BADALIAN, who's using the space of the ring now just to repel the front foot aggression that SAENGSAWANG is looking to impose, having conceded the opening round across the board. And it really is terrific to behold here at Kielce 2021. These teenage boxers between the ages of 17 and 19, they're going to come across a whole variety of styles. And in most cases, in many cases, the boxers have been able to demonstrate different facets of going about their craft. Not just back foot boxers. And they've been able to change their tactics as the situation demands. And you have to credit SAENGSAWANG for really trying to change things up here. He was engaging in a boxing match in the opening 3 minutes, but he's trying to get over the front foot and be the pressure fighter here in the second round. Make it rough, make it untidy. And look at that, there's the evidence. These two guys aren't friends. There's a place in the Final Four at stake, and their competitive spirits are being stoked by the opponent. Good punch picking off the back foot from BADALIAN, but SAENGSAWANG continues his forward march. Terrific composure being shown by the boxer in blue, and look at how he's able to pick off the advancing figure in red. But still, SAENGSAWANG comes in waves, looking to close the distance and pin BADALIAN against the strand. But look at that for composure from BADALIAN, landing a left hook once again. SAENGSAWANG gives him a shove, which is of course illegal, but he's not given a talking to about it. Look at SAENGSAWANG desperate to get his hands free and work away. BADALIAN spoken to about excessive holding. Won't want to pick up a warning for that infringement. But SAENGSAWANG really has upped his work rate here in round number 2. BADALIAN has produced some beautiful boxing off the back foot though. SAENGSAWANG crowding his man, smothering his own work. BADALIAN holding on and is being warned about that, spoken to about that already. Walks his man across the ring. That could well be the final time that we're going to hear that talking to before a warning is issued. Complete change of tempo in the second round, and it's enough to get SAENGSAWANG a share of the round for two of the scoring judges. But make no mistake, BADALIAN's back foot boxing was cultivated indeed, able to neutralize the aggression by movement like that. But SAENGSAWANG kept on coming for the entire 3 minutes in a bid to overturn the first round that he conceded unanimously. So it is all square for 2 of the 5 scoring judges. For 3 of the 5 observers ringside, it is a 2-point 2018 advantage for BADALIAN wearing blue. So quite simply, SAENGSAWANG needs a huge third and final round.
Round 3.
So one of these men 3 minutes away from a place on the medal rostrum, and there's a right-left combination from SAENGSAWANG out of the orthodox stance, which just caused BADALIAN to become disorganized. Lands another hard left hook once again. BADALIAN up on his toes, using the space of the ring, looking to get on his bike and remain out of harm's way, but SAENGSAWANG really looking to impose himself on this contest. BADALIAN using every inch of the ring. Nice move from BADALIAN to dig beneath the left hook, which was swung in with bad intentions from SAENGSAWANG. A really aggressive start to the third and final round from the man in red. Exchange at center ring. SAENGSAWANG immediately on the front foot to close down his opponent once again. BADALIAN, well, that's a veteran's move there, holding on the blind side. Good shot to the body, but a left hook landed upstairs in response from BADALIAN. And SAENGSAWANG perhaps beginning to feel the pace now, but he will not be denied in his pursuit of the man in blue. Continually looking to set about him, but he's being met by some clever punch picking from the man in blue. His head was on a swivel momentarily, looking for the referee. And look at how he's able to use the space of the ring and remain beyond punching range. SAENGSAWANG literally running after his man a few moments ago. So we're beyond the midpoint of the third and final round. Well, that's perhaps rather harsh in the direction of BADALIAN, spoken to about keeping his head up when he was the one who was tossed to the canvas. BADALIAN with a burst of punches to the body. Looking busy over there against the ropes. Counter left hook is a nice shot once again. Well, I wonder whether this is going to be interpreted as BADALIAN not keeping his head up. He was put in a headlock by SAENGSAWANG. Both men spoken to about excessive holding. Nice right hand fired in there by BADALIAN, and a lovely left jab up on his toes. Beautiful right hand as he changes direction, moving laterally left and right and remaining beyond punching range. But look at SAENGSAWANG, remain committed to his mission of trying to close the distance, but that's just playing into BADALIAN's hands. He's able to box on the back foot and score with both darting lefts and rights. Physical tactics employed on the inside, the forearm into the face from SAENGSAWANG, and he's going to run out of time in his bid to score the knockout to overturn the deficit that he faced for 3 of the 5 judges coming into the final round. Very clever display indeed by Robert BADALIAN of Russia, the 2020 European Championship youth gold medalist, with a terrific display. That's where he became disorganized though, courtesy of a hard right-left that was fired in with accuracy and force from SAENGSAWANG. It's all square for 2 of the judges coming into the third round. BADALIAN led by 2 points for the other 3. Let's get the official verdict, which should see BADALIAN going through.
By unanimous decision is the boxer from the blue corner, Robert BADALIAN, Russia.
So Robert Badalian through to the medal platform here at Kielce 2021, a unanimous point decision winner, and he is absolutely delighted at what he has just accomplished. And let's give credit to Ritthiamon SAENGSAWANG, the boxer from Thailand, really did change his tactics discernibly in rounds 2 and 3 after conceding the first round. In the second round, he was more effective, took a share of it, but then in the third and final round, as he tried to step on the gas once again, he was picked off repeatedly by the beautiful back foot boxing of the man in blue. And it's Badalian who goes through to the final 4, where Nijat HUSEYNOV of Azerbaijan awaits. So we move into the 56 kilogram bantamweight division for our next contest here.
Into the red corner, please welcome boxer from Azerbaijan, Azrak BABIROV. And in blue corner, his opponent, representing Russia, Alexei Shendrik. Judge assignment 1 Mongolia, 2 United States, 3 Kyrgyzstan, 4 Sri Lanka, and 5 Uzbekistan. Referee Radoslav Simon, Slovakia.
Here then the 5 scoring judges who will be the arbiters of this contest as we move up to the 56 kilogram bantamweight division for men. They come from Mongolia, the United States of America, Kyrgyzstan, Sri Lanka. And the graphic disappeared before I could register where the 5th judge was from. But rest assured, they are here. They will be scoring this one using the 10-point must system, this bantamweight contest between athletes from Azerbaijan and Russia. There is Azrak BABIROV, 18 years of age. And the man in the blue corner is 17-year-old Alexei Shendrik of Russia. Comes in here as the reigning European Championship youth gold medalist. Radoslav Simon is our referee. Well, it promises to be a really skillful contest, this one.
Round 1.
And we are underway. 56 kilogram bantamweight action at the quarterfinal stage of Kielce 2021. The winner through to the medal rostrum. My goodness, this is untidy. Stern talking to in the direction of BABIROV. He was latching on like a limpet on the inside. Third contest of the tournament for BABIROV. Again, he's holding on at close range. And surely, given the contrasting stature of the two boxers, that's where he should be getting his hands free and bustling away to the body. Another untidy tangle on the inside, and look who's doing the holding. Well, what an opening minute, because we've seen more holding and wrestling than boxing. Plenty of aggression coming from the boxer in red when they're beyond or in punching range, but then when they fall into this territory, which one would think he would be more comfortable given his compact stature compared to the rangier Shendrik, he invariably is the man looking to initiate the clinch. Here he's looking to work away with the right hand. Beyond the midpoint, he lands a good left hook, but he took a right hand to the body from Shendrik. Right hand to the body was a scoring blow for the man in red. BABIROV not really looking to establish his jab in any way, shape or form, and he's been spoken to repeatedly about excessive holding, and warning may be well be forthcoming if he doesn't clean up his act. Nice right hand off the pivot. Spinning off the line was Jędrzejczyk, but again, holding once again. This is really dangerous for my money from BABIROV. My goodness, we're not even through the opening round and he's been hit with a warning because since the opening bell, he has been holding on excessively. So whatever score he gets in this opening round, BABIROV, 1 point is going to be taken off it because he's continually clamping up his man. And the referee has finally, or has chosen, to issue a warning. Well, it really is a surprising set of tactics being employed by BABIROV. It's his third contest here of Kielce 2021. He's now remaining at range and he's been put on the end of a scoring jab. Swarming his way inside, not looking to set it up with a jab at all. Digging in hooks at short and mid-range again, but look who's doing the holding once more. That was an incredibly dangerous way to conduct your way through the opening 3 minutes of this bantamweight quarterfinal for my money. And unsurprisingly, Jędrzejczyk has taken a round, bring that warning into effect as well. And it's a 2-point round in favor of Jędrzejczyk in blue.
А вызови и назад шагай. Да-да, понял? Снизу и боковой с отстепом. Провалил и тут же, да-да, понял, да? Вызывай перед, вызвал назад и четко встречный. Или прямой, или снизу в голову, понял? Да, все хорошо, молодец. Постоянно на отходах влево. Если будет он держать, Давай, Леша. Раз в эту сторону. Вперед. Не оставаться. Все будет четко.
Get out, please.
So into the second round then, and the man in red needs an enormous second round to get back on terms because he conceded the first round effectively 10-8 because he was warned for excessive holding and he lost the round 10-9. So a point was taken off. Jędrzejczyk, 2020 European Youth Championship gold medalist, following on from the silver he won in that continental event the year before, edging closer towards a spot on the medal rostrum here at the World Championships. Comes in as the 2020 National Youth Champion, 56 kilograms as well. Flashing left hook, just glanced the chin of Jędrzejczyk from BABIROV, but he's put on the end of a long jab and then a raking right cross as well. Here's a nudging left hook on the inside landed by BABIROV, looking for that right hand over the top. But he just cannot help himself and he's holding on once again, which I find absolutely extraordinary. He's had one warning already, and if he gets another two, he is out of here on a DQ, which would be an ignominious way to exit the World Championship stage. Swarming forwards and had right-hand success, did BABIROV. But look at that, he's holding the forearm and around the back again, right in the sight line of the referee. And I simply cannot believe what I'm witnessing here. I think he's walking a tightrope, BABIROV. And there's been no discernible change in his approach after he picked up that warning in the opening round, which really put him behind the 8 ball. And once again, I just find it staggering. Because he's an accomplished boxer, is BABIROV. You don't claim national titles in a strong boxing nation like Azerbaijan without having ability. He's demonstrated ability here at the World Championships. Remember, this his third bout, and he's been aggressive. He's been busy, but he's picked off by a right hand. But his tactical approach here in the quarterfinals leaves me absolutely baffled. Being given the benefit of the doubt by the referee for my money here. He lands a right hand over the top, but look at this. This is extraordinary. I really cannot believe what I'm witnessing here, given the magnitude of what is at stake. Second warning issued, And so he's lost this round. Probably going to be 10-8 again. Now, of course, we have to bear in mind that these are developing athletes. They're teenagers. Babirov, 18 years of age, he's going to get more experience, he's going to get better. But it's a big opportunity he's earned here with his skill set to get to the global championships. And for the second consecutive round, he's conceded it 10-9, take the point into account, the warning into account, so the point off, it's effectively 10-8. But for my money, those are problems entirely of his own making. Because he's working in the round, make no mistake, but he's spending more time and exerting more energy on holding his opponent rather than trying to figure out a way to win. So again, these contests, not just about physical ability and conditioning, but you have to be able to think and function under pressure. Jędrzejczyk is demonstrating that, and for some reason here at the quarterfinal stage, this man, as though it's a red mist, has descended on the man clad in red. And he spent more time holding and grappling and wrapping up his man than he has trying to box. And he's put himself in a really disadvantageous position here. And right on the resumption, he goes back to the same habit once again. But he really is committed to his forward forays offensively, but then when he gets into range where you think he would be more suited, given his more compact stature, he's invariably, after one shot, looked to tie his man up, which the spoiling, the roughhousing is certainly not going to win him the contest. And he doesn't want to pick up a third warning from the referee, because that will be all she wrote. That would be a DQ here on the World Championship stage. Not trying to jab his way in, putting all his store in hard hooks, which he did land to the body to good effect there. Hard right hand to the body dug in by the man in red. Put on the end of a rangefinder is Jędrzejczyk, just holding out his left hand to measure his man and doing it once again. Babirov swinging and missing. That's a solid left hook, and it caused Jędrzejczyk to become disorganized. Now, has Babirov recognized that, and is he going for an inside the distance finish? This would indeed be an extraordinary turnaround. But Jędrzejczyk appears to have regained his composure and spears his man with a right cross on a downward trajectory. But what a moment that was in this third and final round. We're in the territory now where that is what Babirov needs. He's 20-16 down for all 5 judges after 2 completed rounds. And that is because he's been warned as he takes a hard left hand to the body. He's been warned in the first round for holding and warned for the same infringement in round number 2 as well. But he landed a cracking left hook, which caused Jędrzejczyk to lose his boxing stance momentarily. Jędrzejczyk appears to have sustained nose damage. Less than a minute to go. But Babirov really does need a stoppage here now. Let's see if we can take a look at the gesture the referee makes. And it's a fist into the open palm. So that gesture indicating that this nose injury has been inflicted by a punch. So if this causes the bout to be stopped, then it will be RSCI in favor of Babirov. Good right hand to the body landed by the man in red. Flashing right uppercut catches Babirov as he was coming in. Babirov letting his hands go now. Put on the end of a jab once more. Not trying to jab or bob and weave his way in at all, Babirov. He's just looking to launch an almighty swing, and this is going to prove to be easy pickings for Jędrzejczyk. Well, I think he's been given the benefit of the doubt there, has Babirov, because he's been warned repeatedly for excessive holding. Then he employs a move from the wrestling ring, tossing his man to the canvas. No doubt about the winner in that one. It will be Alexei Jędrzejczyk, who will be going through to the semi-final stage and the medal podium here at Kielce 2020, 2021, the 2020 European Youth Championship gold medalist, prevailing in what was a very physical, untidy contest. But there was the left hook that Babirov landed, couldn't follow it up and get his man out of there, and that's what he needed to do entering the third and final round.
Останься, руку пожмешь, что ты? Азербайджан.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by unanimous decision is the boxer from the blue corner, Aleksiej Shendrik, Russia.
Well, Aleksiej Shendrik through to the medal podium here at Kielce 2021. A unanimous point decision winner over Azrak BABIROV of Uzbekistan, who really didn't showcase what he could do during the course of that contest for my money. 2 fouls committed in the opening 2 rounds, warned twice for excessive holding, and that is why we have these wide margins of victory when you take the warnings and the point deductions into account. It's Shendrik who goes through to the semi-finals of the men's bantamweight tournament.
Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for bout number 286 in ring K, men's bantam 56 kg. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer representing Kazakhstan, SABYR Yerbolat. And his opponents in blue corner representing Cuba, Horta Rodriguez del Rey, Saidel Ivan.
So we remain in the 56 kilogram bantamweight division, and this one between the boxing powerhouse nations of Kazakhstan and Cuba.
1 Mongolia, 2 Ukraine, 3 Scotland, 4 India, and 5 Slovakia. Referee Sean Rees, United States.
Here then the judges who will be scoring this one. They come from Mongolia, Ukraine, Scotland, India, and Slovakia. Well, here is the man from Kazakhstan, Yerbolat SABYR, 19 years of age. Comes in as the 2020 National Youth Championship silver medalist at 56 kilograms. He took national junior gold back in 2018 at 48 kilograms. His opponent is Saidel Horta of Cuba. He's also 19 years of age, and he comes in here as the 2019 National Youth Championship gold medalist at 56 kilogram bantamweight. Sean Rees of the United States of America is our referee. A seemingly reluctant touch of gloves between these two boxers ahead of this quarterfinal to determine who will be going through to the medal platform. We're in the 56 kilogram bantamweight division, and this is a final 8 matchup between the powerhouse boxing nations of Kazakhstan and Cuba. The Cuban boxer is wearing red. That is Yerbolat SABYR, 19 years of age, facing off against his fellow 19-year-old Saidel Horta. It's a third bout of Kielce 2021 for both of these boxers. And the two southpaws making a brisk start, looking to establish the lead right hand. There was a nice right-left from SABYR, slightly taller of the two boxers, but there's a counter-right jab in response from Horta. Good work to both head and body. The head shots were repelled by the gloves and forearms, but the body shot did get through from SABYR. Left hook around the corner from Horta. Exchange of lead hands between the two boxers, and there's a right jab without reply, and then a right left landed, got the better of that coming together from Horta. Neither boxer really heeding the command of break. SABYR looking to establish his longer range, but Horta possesses terrific footwork as the boxers exchange jabs once again. SABYR looking to go down to the body. Plenty of skill in evidence, and both boxers really having to work for their openings. Physical on the inside. Horta spoken to about excessive holding. So fencing with the lead right jab now is SABYR. SABYR spoken to about potential rabbit punching, not allowed to hit around the rear of the head, of course. What a combination from Horta, blistering hand speed. He was turning in corkscrew shots during that coming together as well, as he scores with a right jab before SABYR can get his own back. He'll be aware that he conceded that portion of the round. Terrific punch picking from the man in blue. Less than 40 seconds. Terrific skill in evidence from both boxers. And a very close round indeed, even though it's been conceded by SABYR. Make no mistake, he is very much in this contest, and Horta will be aware of his skill set, just as this man will be of his opponents. So Kazakhstan here with a full-strength boxing nation. 20 boxers overall, as a right-left cracks home for Horta. 20 boxers for Kazakhstan, 10 in the men's tournament, 10 in the women's. Right, left, piercing the guard of the man in blue from SABYR. Cuba are here 9 strong. Only boxers in the men's tournament, and they have no 52-kilogram flyweight boxer. As a flicking right jab is scored by Horta. SABYR looking to work the body. Both boxers, see how they were mindful of what may be coming back, and they kept their hands up around their head, providing an extra bracket around the head guard to repel any potential punches that would be flying around them. Nice right jab to the body landed by SABYR. And again, that's why we're saying there's such skill in evidence in this contest. And here is an example of boxers thinking under fire, thinking and functioning on the highest level here at the World Championship stage for teenage boxers. Well, that is as clear and as can possibly be from the American referee, Sean Reese, in the direction of Horta. And he won't want to pick up a warning, because it will mean a point off his score total of the round. Good right-left success. And Horta's got to watch himself here, because he's trying to make out like he's not holding. But I think he was holding. Veteran moves being applied by the teenager. Is he feeling the pace with 1.5 rounds gone? Being fought at quite a clip, and again, it's not just the physical exertion, but the concentration as well. Good right-left landed by SABYR. Look at that again, the veteran tactic in evidence of leaning on, and well, he was given every chance, Horta, and this round is gone. Because he can score no more than 9 now, even in the event that he wins it, and you can't say that he wasn't given plenty of opportunity to adjust his tactics and not hold. But I think he's feeling the pace here, more so than the man in red, because you saw his cheeks were being puffed out like a set of bellows. And he's trying to look busy, trying to show that he's okay. Comes back with a blistering combination, which ended with an overhand left. Now remember, it was 10-9 for 4 of the judges in favor of Horta through round 1. And in the closing seconds, unless Horta does something drastic, he could well have conceded this round 10-9. And if he does, then it's going to be a 10-8 round, because a point is going to come off his score total, whatever it is here in round number 2. So let's see how it's scored. SABYR responding magnificently in that second round, upping his work rate, proving to be accurate. And look at that, he's taken it on a 4-1 split. So that means Horta is now trailing 19-18 having conceded that round 10-8 for 4 of the 5 judges. Going into the final round, this contest in the balance, and will Horta be able to find the energy to turn this one around? Warned for excessive holding after being given plenty of communication from the referee that is to stop the holding that was becoming increasingly evident as the second round progressed. So he cannot say that he wasn't aware of what was coming in his direction if he didn't adjust his tactics. This man appears far fresher, or appeared far fresher in the closing stages of the third round. Well, the man in red is in the advantageous position. And again, Horta, in many respects, has been the architect of his own difficulty here, trying to box at range. Terrific reflexes and evidence from both boxers. Nice right jab landed, was the most eye-catching shot from Horta during that explosive exchange, and he's doing it once again right in the sightline of the referee. Now holding, a legitimate part of a boxer's toolkit, but you cannot do it excessively. I say holding, fashioning a clinch and working on the inside and tying your man up is a necessary part of boxing, but if you continue to do it excessively, well, the referee is within his rights to issue a warning and dock a point. Now SABYR trying to bustle away with punches to the body, and Horta's holding once again, and then there's an untidy tangle which puts Horta over the top rope. Well, I think Horta is struggling physically here, and that's why he's always the man to initiate the clinch, and he's done so almost on cue once again. He's trying to pick the pockets where he can box in this round. I feel he's walking a very dangerous road, having already been docked a point, or having already been warned, which results in a point being docked. So SABYR looking to continue and to impose himself. Horta in a portion of the contest where he can punch, but that's invariably followed by a hold to allow his energy levels just to rise up a little bit during the breather. Left hook lands by Horta, which is a nice shot. He lands a flashing right hand as well. Credit to him now, he's digging deep. Remember, the winner's guaranteed a medal here at Kielce 2021. Alexis Shendrick, the European youth champion, awaits. Oh, what a left cross straight through the guard of the man in blue from SABYR. So closing seconds of the third and final round. And SABYR with a cracking right hand once again as he spun off the line, looping right hook landed. Horta, credit to him, he's digging deep, drilling down into his reserve to try and summon up the energy to launch the attack that he needs. But the man is fatigued badly up there, stealing a glance to his corner. He knows that time is ticking. He's run onto a right-left combination as he tries to get back into punching range. And as the 10-second clapper sounds, it is SABYR whose superior conditioning and greater tactical execution is going to take him through to the semi-finals. You have to feel for Horta, but again, you have to be able to box 3 3-minute rounds. And Horta raising his hands, but I suspect that's more in hope rather than expectation, because for my money, it's Jurbalat SABYR who took the final round. And that was, well, not mainly because, but Horta wasn't able to box. He was trying to pick the spots where he could let his hands go and showcase his skills. And while he was seeking to take breathers, it was SABYR who was working away. And I think his greater industry has been enough to get him the nod here. But what say the judges?
Ladies and gentlemen, bout number 286 is out, but the winner of this bout by split decision is boxer from the red corner.
And there's confirmation.
SABYR, Kazakhstan.
Well, Seidel Horta incredibly disappointed. Man is distraught up there in the boxing ring, but Jurbalat SABYR, a worthy winner. Terrific industry in rounds 2 and 3. And Horta, given that warning, meant that he conceded the second round 10-8, and there's confirmation of the warning, and that is how Gurbalat SABYR has gone through. All square for two judges, a 3-0 points verdict in favor of the man from Kazakhstan, and he will be facing off against his Russian opponent, Alexei Shendrik, at the semi-final stage. Both boxers guaranteed a medal. Credit to Seidel Horta, a skillful operator who we're certainly going to see in years to come. He's eliminated here at the quarterfinal stage.
And his opponent in blue corner, representing Brazil, Ezequiel da Cruz. Judge assignments: 1 Argentina, 2 Slovakia, 3 Hungary, 4 Italy, and 5 Czech Republic. Referee Irsaliev Mukash, Kyrgyzstan.
They're the judges who will score this one. So we move up to the 64-kilogram light welterweight division, and there is Ankit Narwal, the 18-year-old boxer from India, facing off against a fellow 18-year-old, Zicar da Cruz of Brazil. So Mukash Irsaliev of Kyrgyzstan is the referee. Ankit Narwal comes in here. The man in the opposite corner is the 2019 Asian Continental Youth Championship silver medalist at 64 kilograms. Zicar da Cruz demonstrated some loose-limbed punch picking so far. Third bout of the tournament for da Cruz. Fourth bout of the tournament for the man from India, because 34 boxers are making up the 64-kilogram light welterweight division, and Narwal competed in what is the round of 64. He's been very impressive so far. This to determine who will go through to the medal rostrum here at 64-kilogram light welterweight.
Round 1.
So we're underway then. We're in the 64-kilogram light welterweight division, one of the busiest weight classes in the entire tournament here at Kielce 2021. 34 athletes started this particular weight division. Welterweight has 36 boxers competing. Nice lateral movement by the man in blue, Zicar da Cruz. Has flowed beautifully around the boxing ring during the course of Kielce 2021. He's immediately onto the back foot. Oh, terrific punch picking with rights and lefts while skitting left and right. He's comfortable in this type of posture. Is Zicar da Cruz, and Ankit Narwal looking to pin him to the ropes. But sometimes da Cruz, well, practically all the time, da Cruz very difficult to pin down. Very composed under fire. And looks to establish straight shots with that lengthy reach that he has. Takes a left hook with his back to the strands, and that's why he gets himself back to the space of center ring. There was nowhere to go in terms of reverse gear, simply couldn't lean back anymore. Narwal picking him off, and then an arcing right hand crashes around the top. Da Cruz remaining committed to his low-held hand style. Oh, and there's another left hand which gets through. So da Cruz, by continually putting himself in the confined position on the ropes and near the corners, has been picked off repeatedly by some heavy bent arm shots here from Narwal through the first half of this opening round. And that's how da Cruz looks to execute that strategy. When his back touches the ropes, just respond, get off there immediately and spin back to the space of center ring. But if he slides across them to the point of the corner post, well, Narwal oh, right on the resumption, a left-right. Fired out in rapid fashion from Ankit Narwal, well within his rights to do so. De Cruz was spoken to about his lack of engagement, but then on the resumption, it was Narwhal who was concentrated, got himself into punching range, and blam, blam, a left-right, heavy scoring punches from the man in red. There's a right hand over the top once again. And De Cruz is being outboxed here by the compact Indian athlete wearing red. Right hand over the top to scoring blow once again. There's a two-shot success on the back foot for De Cruz, trying to use a check right hand as he skipped off the ropes in an anti-clockwise direction. Wonderful movement once again from De Cruz, but far too often for his liking, for his coach's liking, he has been picked off just as he was there by an arcing right hand which came looping over the top. Same shot once again was a glancing blow. Ricardo De Cruz keeping his wits about him, but a very good round indeed produced by Ankit Narwhal. So, the majority of judges favoring the work of the Indian boxer. A very good exhibition. Short and mid-range punching in that first round. And there was the three shots effectively that Narwhal perfectly legitimately helped himself to.
Out, seconds out, please.
So Ankit Narwhal up off his stall early, showing Ricardo De Cruz that I'm ready to go. How are you feeling? Into the second round. Ankit Narwhal, part of a 20-strong Indian boxing team, one of the 4 nations who have athletes in every weight class, 10 men, 10 women. Nice left hand landed by De Cruz as he spun back to his left. He's part of a 7-man boxing team. No athletes at 49-kilogram light flyweights, heavyweights, or super heavyweights for the South American nation. So Narwhal looking to pin his man to the ropes once again, and De Cruz, well, given that he conceded the opening round for 4 of the 5 judges, I'm not sure boxing in this type of tenor, at this type of tempo, is going to be enough to get him into it, because Narwhal keeps on coming forward aggressively, and he's not really been able to repel or deter that aggression. Maybe in the space of the ring here, De Cruz can get his straight shots working for him. But by retreating to the ropes of his own volition, he's just inviting pressure repeatedly. Looking for a counter right hand once again, did land a shot off the rope spear before an untidy tangle almost pushes De Cruz over the top rope. Now he's looking for the left-right, which is beyond Narwhal's punching range. Look at the difference in reach between these two athletes. Narwhal has been able to implement his tactics. As a flashing right uppercut attempted by De Cruz wasn't too far away, but it was evaded by the layback employed by Narwhal. Just single jabs coming from De Cruz. Should he perhaps double it up? Keep poking out the stick in a bid to keep the man in red on the end of it. Left, right, or the right hand in the left, right, not too far away from De Cruz. He's hit by another looping right hand over the top once again, and when his back's on the ropes, while he wasn't punching away, he did nudge a right hand into the ribs. I don't think he's been busy enough here, De Cruz. Not really finding the range through 2.5 completed rounds. Shots becoming rather flailing now, claims his man as he comes off the ropes. The action just above our commentary position. Closing seconds of the second round. The Cruz has tried to spend more time in the space of the boxing ring rather than against the ropes, but you see, this is what he's been doing. He's been falling short repeatedly. And I don't think it's been enough to take the second round after he conceded the first for 4 of the 5 scoring judges. So the second round in the book. 4-round split once again in favor of Narwal, although the score's different. The distribution of scores in terms of who scored for the Crews different from in the first. So it's all square for 2 of the judges. Ankit Narwal leading 20 points to 18 for 3 of the ringside observers here.
Seconds out, please. Round 3.
So into the third and final round, Zikau de Cruz, the boxer wearing blue for Brazil, needs an enormous final 3 minutes here because he's trailing 20-18 for 3 of the scoring judges. He's taken a share of each of the rounds. The first 2 rounds have been scored 4-1 in favor of Ankit Narwal, and that gives you a fair indication that he knows what he's doing up there in the boxing ring, but he's been beaten to the punch with a looping roundhouse right, and all too often, he's a brilliant back foot boxer with de Cruz, but he's getting picked off by clean pot shots like that, while finding minimal success of his own because he's been missing on his single phase attacks. That's a solid right hand landed by de Cruz. Then he tries to turn it into a body shot. Narwal looks to counter with an arcing right over the top, and de Cruz just remaining more committed now to say, okay, deep into the contest, I'm down, let's do this. And perhaps less mindful of what's coming in his direction as he goes in search of his own offense to the body, but takes a left hook over the top. But he counters with the right hand before Narwal comes through with a backhand of his own. And we are having a tear up here with the minute gone in the third and final round. Heavy leather being thrown by both of these boxers, really digging in their shots and getting plenty of leverage on their punches as well. Really aggressive stuff from de Cruz, and you have to give the man credit for that, because the AIBA live scoring will mean that he and his team will know that they're trailing in this contest, 20-18 for 3 of the judges, and he has come out and he's really giving it a go. His chin's getting checked by the punches from Narwal, but again, it's as though he's decided, well, we're at roll your sleeves up time, let's do this, and he is trying to get his man out of there inside the distance. And for that, he deserves immense credit. He tried boxing through the first 2 rounds, but he came out second best, conceding rounds 1 and 2 on a 4-1 split. And now he's looking to engage Narwal in a fight. But make no mistake, it's not just naked aggression. Both boxers continuing to pick their punches, but by looking for the power shots and planting their feet into the canvas, that means that they're in punching range more often or for longer than when they're up on their toes. And that's the posture in which de Cruz spent the majority of the first 2 rounds. But look at him, really gripping the mat with his toes now and looking to get some pop on his punches. It really has been an admirable change of tactics from de Cruz, because long-range boxing wasn't getting it done for him. And just look at how much a world championship medal means as de Cruz lands a right cross once again. Good work to the body from the man in blue. Both boxers feeling the pace. Both boxers swinging for the fences. 10-second clapper sounds. De Cruz wills himself forwards once again. Picked off by a right hand on the counter from Narwal. What a terrific contest we have just witnessed. And you have to give immense credit to Zikau de Cruz, because he really did go for it in the third and final round, with himself trailing after 2 completed rounds, and he let it all hang out for the final 3 minutes in a bid to get himself onto the medal podium here at Kielce 2021. For what it's worth, I don't think it's going to be enough, but what a commendable effort. Ankit Narwal obliging him in some thunderous exchanges. He too landing some heavy shots in the third and final round. But despite de Cruz's tremendous effort in the final 3 minutes, I think it will be Narwal going through.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by unanimous decision is the boxer from the red corner.
And there is confirmation of a unanimous points decision victory. Ankit Narwal of India going through. But what a contest he has just participated in. Subdued celebrations from Narwal, because both he and Zikau de Cruz left it all in the boxing ring over the course of that contest. And again, let's acknowledge the fantastic effort produced by Ezekiel de Cruz as he really changed his tactics. The boxing of the first 2 rounds not paying dividends for him, and in the 3rd and final round, he went for broke in a bid to make it through to the medal podium, and he deserves considerable credit for that. But it is Narwhal who goes through to the medal podium here at Kielce 2021.
Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for bout number 288 in Rinke. Men's light welter, 64 kilogram. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer from Kazakhstan, Akkalikov Zabirshan. We have opponent from Cuba, and his name is Javier Castrodarian, blue corner. Judge assignment, 1 Slovakia, 2 Scotland.
So we remain the 64 kilogram light welterweight division. We've got judges from Slovakia, Scotland, Uzbekistan, Armenia, and Ukraine. Well, the boxer wearing red is Sabyrjan Akkalikov, 19 years of age, the 2020 national youth champion in the 64 kilogram light welterweight division in Kazakhstan. The man in the blue corner, just taking a slug of water before making his way up the steps, is Darian Javier Castro, 18 years of age, the Cuban boxer. Both of these men preparing for their 3rd bout of Kielce 2021. Shamala Tampu of Sri Lanka is the referee. She'll check the equipment of both boxers in just a few moments' time before calling them to center ring for the final instructions.
Round 1.
So the powerhouse AIBA boxing nations of Kazakhstan and Cuba squaring off once again. Both of these boxers 1 win away from a place on the medal platform. And the Kazakh boxer is the southpaw wearing red. And that is Sabyrjan Akkalikov. His opponent wearing blue, Darian Javier Castro. Had contrasting routes through to this quarterfinal stage. It was a really comfortable performance, the unanimous point decision victory for Akkalikov. Progressed here through to the final 8. His roundhouse left hand not too far away. Javier Castro really had to dig deep to progress through. It's against the explosive boxer from Germany, Romo. He really did turn it around impressively after conceding the opening round. Beautiful right hand on the back foot landed by Javier. Akkalikov looks to counter with the left hand, but there's a right-left success for Javier. Akkalikov came back with a single shot of his own, but it wasn't nearly as forceful as that left cross landed by the man in blue, or the shots that preceded it. Right jab on the back foot landed by Javier, who's using the space of the boxing ring very effectively indeed. Akkalikov successful in pinning him close to the ropes and got a right hand through. Flashing left hook. Grazed Javier as well from the man in red. So beyond the midpoint of the opening round, corkscrew right hand lands for Javier twice. either side of an attempted left cross, which was short of the range. Bit of a swallow dive. What gymnastics judges would give him for that. We've got judges here ringside, but they're not sure how adept they are at judging gymnastics and breakdancing. In terms of judging the noble art of boxing, they are experts indeed. The 10-point must system in effect as both boxers enjoy success during that exchange. Oh, that is an exchange of right hands from both boxers. But during the course of this exchange, it's the head of Akalikov that is being swiveled left and right more frequently than that of his opponent. Here comes Akalikov back with a left cross without reply. Closing seconds of round number one, a round which has been an exhibition of terrific skill and plenty of high ring IQ as well. Really working for their openings. Right jab lands from Akalikov, quickening the feet on the sound of the 10-second clapper, looking to back Favier to the ropes. And the bell concluding what was a very good opening 3 minutes. Favier, for my money, getting the better of that round, and you can see he's taking it for two of the judges, but that's how close it was. Very little in it. And what was a very skillful opening 3 minutes indeed.
Seconds out, please. Round two.
So the second round underway then. First round incredibly keenly contested. Flashing right left landed by Favier. And Lenny lands a jolting right jab to disrupt Akalikov, but then Akalikov comes back with a right hand of his own. Terrific exchange in the middle of the boxing ring, although not much accuracy during the course of the educated, cultured shots that were being let fly by both boxers. Right, left, not too far away, and he's gone with it 3 times in quick succession, Favier. Did get through with a couple of those shots. Bombing left hand over the top is a scoring blow. Akalikov countered with a right hand on the inside, and now Akalikov looking to establish his own straights once again. He's pushed away by the man in blue. He's beyond punching range once more. Right hand lands after the attempted left from Favier. Akalikov coming forwards, lands with a shot to the body. Favier had success with his own. Now remember, against Duomo, the German boxer, Franklin Duomo, in the previous round, the round of 16, Favier really did dig deep to turn it around after conceding the opening round. He's very much in this contest, having been edged on a 3-2 split. He's demonstrating that same desire once again. Akalikov, he looking to establish his own shots. How about that for a final right hand to the body, but countered immediately by a left hand over the top from Favier. He was short on that occasion. Favier getting onto the front foot in pursuit of his man. Akalikov looking to keep him in the corner. Terrific exchange. Right hand landed during that from Akalikov with an eye-catching shot. Favier came back to catch the eye with a solid single of his own. Plenty of back and forth action with 2 minutes gone in this second round. Akalikov looking to establish his raking left cross. That's a beautiful right hand to the body from Favier. Left hand over the top was not too forceful, but it was a scoring blow as Akalikov countered with a right jab. Akalikov with a similarly soft left cross to the body. Rough house tactics on the inside by the boxer in red. So both boxers taking a breather. A little bit of a silent contract between the two of them as Favier landed a left hand. It was countered by a single shot from Akalikov. Closing seconds of round number 2. Both boxers have given an awful lot during the course of this 3 minutes. Left hand digging in from Akalikov. Favier waiting for the counter punch. So 2 rounds in the book. Akalikov working all the way up until the final bell. And a 4-1 split in favor of the man in red. So he's leading for 3 of the 5 judges. Just wonder whether Favier was beginning to fade in the closing stages of that second round, because it was noticeable from my commentary position here ringside that he wasn't letting his hands go, whereas Akalikov was keen to punch right up until the final bell. So it's going to require a big rally from the Cuban boxer. Get himself back into this one. Can he summon up the energy? Akalikov remaining standing in between rounds. Here is the
Round 3.
war cry, so characteristic of the Kazakh boxers during this tournament. And we're underway in the 3rd and final round. Right-left combination landed by Favier to begin the round. Akalikov scored with a right jab during his 2-shot success. Akalikov just pecking and poking with that lead right hand now. Favier, to his credit, looking to get on the front foot and take it to his man. Terrific exchanges with both boxers landing solidly. Favier catches the man in red as he's coming in. Oh, terrific exchange. It was Favier with the reverse 1-2, which swiveled the head of Akalikov, but Akalikov got through as well. Favier continuing to look for that left cross out of the southpaw stance. Big swing and a miss. Literally grabbing his man by the scruff of the neck, Favier. That's what he's hoping to do with this contest. He's got a fistful of jersey of the man in red. Approaching the halfway stage as the flashing singles continue to be fired in as both boxers go down to the body at the same time. Solid right-left landed by Favier. Akalikov had success during the course of that exchange as well. Left hand nudged in from Akalikov. Left hand over the top is a solid shot from Favier. Looks for the same shot once more, but it was long. Oh, that's naughty from Akalikov. Burst of punches to downstairs from the man in red. Then a nice dip at the knees from Akalikov. Favier catches him with a right hand as he was coming in. Again, Favier holding on. Deep into this 3rd and final round now. Corkscrew left hand from Akalikov, not too far away. So nudging shots landed on the inside. Right hand to the body was a good shot from Akalikov. Solid left hand around the corner from the man in blue. Look at again, it's Akalikov working away with that free left hand while holding. And it was at this type of portion of the round where Favier's work rate decreased in the 2nd round. But here he is punching right up until the final bell in a bid to turn the tables and push himself through to the final 4. But Akalikov proving to be his equal in that regard. And I think the man who's raised his hands is going to be the victor here. Akalikov with a display of non-stop punching in a contest that possessed plenty of skill. Favier had plenty of successes throughout the 3 3-minute rounds. Given the context of the bout coming into the 3rd and final round, Favier not able to produce the massive final 3 minutes that he needed. All credit to Akalikov for his industry over the course of that bout.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by split decision is boxer from the red corner, Sabirshan Akkalio.
And there is confirmation of a split decision victory for Sabirjan Akalikov on a 4-1 split over his opponent from Kazakhstan, and Akalikov goes through to the final 4 stage where he will face off against Ankit Narwal of India in an all-Asian clash here at the semi-final stage. Let's acknowledge the tournament that Darian Favier Castro has produced, but he was outscored, outworked in that final round, and that is how he conceded it on a 4-1 split at the conclusion of what was a very skillful affair. It's Akalikov who goes through.
Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for bout number 289 in ring A, men's middle, 75 kilogram. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer from Kazakhstan, Diaz Morgiskitov. And his opponent representing Lithuania in blue corner, Aleksandr Trofimchuk. Judge assignments: 1 Uzbekistan, 2 Scotland, 3 United States.
So we're in the 75 kilogram middleweight division, and our opening bout in this weight division on this 12th session of boxing. Judges come from Uzbekistan, Scotland, United States of America, Hungary, and Mongolia. This contest at the quarter-final stage is between boxers from Kazakhstan and Lithuania. There is the Kazakhstan boxer, Diaz Molzhigitov, 18 years of age. Comes in here as the 2020 Youth National Champion in the middleweight division in Kazakhstan, and that is the exact same, well, it's a national title that this man has got, but it's down at the 69 kilogram welterweight weight class from last year. Continental bronze in the European Junior Championships back in 2018 at 70 kilograms. Ashok Kabilan Sai of India is our referee. So we're underway then. Quarter-final action in the 75 kilogram middleweight division. Both of these boxers competing in their 3rd contest of Kielce 2021. Man wearing red who's just taken a right hand over the top is Diaz Molzhigitov, 18 years of age from Kazakhstan. Very composed boxing to get himself through to this point. Scored a unanimous point decision victory where his left jab was really notable to get him through to this stage. That was against the man from Venezuela, Jeremy Alvarez. Scored a stoppage in his opening contest against the man from Moldova. As for Trofimchuk, it was a hard 3-2 split decision victory to get him through here to 1 win away from a medal against Iulian Dumitrescu of Romania. It's a very physical contest, and he boxed throughout that. It was this asset here, the industry, the busyness, the bustling. But he's put on the end of 2 straight punches, but it was that quality and fighting at that territory that got him through. It was literally non-stop punching for 3 3-minute rounds, and that gave him the nod in what was a very hard-fought contest indeed at the round of 16 stage. So halfway through this opening round, and again, as is his preference, Trofimchuk looking to climb inside the jersey of the man in red, sit on his chest and let punches go. Molzhigitov mentioned the fact that his jab was perhaps his best punch, and there you see evidence of it there, but he's not really getting a chance to establish it consistently because Trofimchuk is looking to apply pressure at short and mid-range. of composure in the pocket demonstrated by Molzhigitov, able to spin off in a clockwise direction, and look at that when he is at long range. 4 punches pinged onto the head of the man in blue. So final minute, what we're inside of here in the first round. Being fought at a very high tempo this. Remember, these 75-kilogram middleweight boxers, they are letting plenty of punches fly. Molzhigitov looking for those straight shots once again. Trofimchuk looking to close the distance with quick feet and get inside where he can wail away with Bantam shots. Nice left-right landed by Trofimchuk, but then look at again the accuracy of the straight punches from Molzhigitov. The first round in the book fought at a terrific pace to open our action in the 75-kilogram middleweight division here. And it's Molzhigitov whose punch picking, particularly at long range, has taken it on a unanimous clean sweep after 3 minutes of boxing. Some of the action from round number 1.
Tau nereikia su juo atsirėmus būti ir stumdytis. Jisai už tai sunkesnis. Tu turi dirbti. Jokio, kad nebūtų susigrūdimo su savim. Supranti? Vieną kartą kairę dešinę, kitą kartą dešinę kairę. Ir plauk po 4. Ir dažniau nuo pilvo. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
Seconds out, please. Round 2.
So into the second round then. And Molzhigitov looking to keep it at this type of distance where he can establish that educated left hand and keep cracking it into the face of Trofimchuk. Trofimchuk scored with a left gut jab of his own a few moments ago. When he's able to snake it out, Molzhigitov, it really is an effective shot, completely disrupts the rhythm of his opponent. And there it is once more, in his face, all round long so far to begin this second from Molzhigitov. Not only is it a point-scoring punch, it's a nuisance, and it can be rather dispiriting as well. Just keep getting touched up by a lead left hand like that. There's a good right hand over the top from Trofimchuk in a type of territory where he wants to operate. Trofimchuk got to quicken the feet again here. Doesn't want to stay on the outside and continue to take that lead left hand. Not really sitting down on it, Molzhigitov, as he has done at points during the tournament. But my goodness, he's poking it out almost incessantly. Right on cue, right there. And so Trofimchuk has got to find a way to get around that. Keeping him occupied as Molzhigitov scores with the left-right combination and piling up the points as well. Trofimchuk, here is where he wants to be working away. This is where he's so effective at short range in the pocket. Scores with the right hand over the top. But again, both men put an awful lot into the opening round. Remember, the winner goes through to the medal stages here at Kielce 2021. And I'm not sure whether Trofimchuk has the energy to maintain the blistering work rate that he demonstrated in the first and throughout the tournament so far. He's been put on the end of straight punches increasingly here now, and he's finding it more and more difficult to get back into his preferred punching range. Because invariably, to get into that type of territory, he is paying a heavy toll. And that is in the form of straight punches from Molzhigitov, who is appearing very composed indeed up there in the boxing ring. Make no mistake, he'll be feeling the pace as well. But he's disguising it better, and he's demonstrating more energy as Trofimchuk does get through with the left hand. But Molzhigitov able to spin away from the ropes and tie his man up. Closing seconds of this second round, and Trofimchuk trying to bob and weave his way forwards once again, but his head snapped back once more by a right hand. He's nudging away with a right hand to the body, Molzhigitov on the 10-second clapper, looking to get onto the front foot. He takes a left hand from the man in blue and another one as the two men grapple on the inside at the sound of the bell. Very good second round of boxing, but for my money, it's the man in red who controlled matters there, principally with his left jab. So 2 rounds in the book, and the man in blue has got it all to do as we prepare to go into the 3rd and final round. There's an example of the left hand that Molzhigitov was able to use, brought a right hand through just after it on that occasion, but it was straight punches that frustrated Trofimchuk as he tried to get into short and mid-range.
Seconds out, please. Round 3.
Into the 3rd and final round we go then, as Trofimchuk lands a good right cross, while the sound of the bell was still reverberating around the arena here. Oh dear me. So a warning against Trofimchuk means that he is now in the realms of needing a stoppage. He's got to get his man out of there, RSC or KO, because irrespective of what happens in this round, he can score no more than 9. A point will be taken off his total, and look at Molzhigitov stick out that jab with a lot more spite in it to begin this 3rd round. Well, this is a warning the other way. So Trofimchuk is back in the game, back in the bout. Now make no mistake, let's put this into context. He's conceded the opening 2 rounds across the board, but with the points having been taken each way. Remember, the 10-point must system is in effect, and so how that will read on the scorecard, where one boxer must score 10, is that the winning boxer will be given 10 minus 1. So that will be no more than 9 in real terms, but the 10-point must system, as the name suggests, means that one boxer must score 10, and that will be granted to the winning boxer. But a point will be taken off that total, but then a point is going to be taken off the score tally of the boxer who has lost this round, because warnings have been issued each way. So time continuing to tick away. Trofimchuk still needs a big 3rd round after finding himself trailing by 2 points for all 5 judges through 2 completed rounds. And the pace that these boxers set in the first 3 minutes, well, it's perhaps unsurprising that the action is more sporadic here in the final round, but when it is at range, it's Molzhigitov who is having success with volleys like that. Terrific punch picking with straight shots from the man in red. And then during the instructions, just a case of, well, have some of that. Oh, well, what a turnabout here. I thought for a moment it was going to be another warning, but it's actually the binding on the glove, which needed some attention. So the action resumes. So Trofimchuk has got to lay it all on the line here. We're inside the final minute. He needs a stoppage. Can he find the shot that he needs as he lands with a good up jab as he goes in, and a swiveling hook lands, looking for the same shot once again from the left flank, but couldn't find the range. Trofimchuk. But it hasn't been for a lack of trying. Stepping back into the breach once again, but the 2 boxers wrapping up one another on the inside. Trofimchuk really feeling the pace, but he hasn't stopped going in pursuit of the shot that he needs as he lands a left hook which swivels the head of Molzhigitov, checking his chin. He passes the chin check, and it will be Molzhigitov who goes through to the semi-finals here in the 75-kilogram middleweight division.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by unanimous decision is the boxer from the red corner, Molzikitov, Kazakhstan.
So there's confirmation of a unanimous points decision victory for Dias Molzhigitov, the Kazakhstan boxer, producing a very composed display over the course of the 3 3-minute rounds. Got a little bit untidy in the third round where both boxers were hit with a warning, but credit to Alexander Trofimchuk, boxing at a terrific clip throughout the tournament, and his style an exciting one indeed as he swashbuckles his way forward with marauding attacks. But here at the quarterfinal stage, he's been eliminated, and through to the final four and the bronze medal podium at least goes Dias Molzhigitov of Kazakhstan. So we remain in the men's 75 kilogram middleweight division for our next contest.
Ladies and gentlemen, bout number 290 in ring K, men's middle 75 kilogram. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer representing Uzbekistan, Isomilov Nurislam. And his opponent from Russia in blue corner, Mikhail Usov. Judge assignment 1 United States, 2 Armenia, 3 Italy, 4 Kyrgyzstan and 5 Argentina. Referee Pastuchov Valery, Moldavia.
So here are the 5 scoring judges will be the arbiters of this one. They come from the United States of America, Armenia, Italy, Kyrgyzstan and Argentina. This contest between boxers from Uzbekistan and Russia, and there is the boxer from Uzbekistan in the red corner, 18-year-old Nurislam Ismoilov, comes in with continental medal success as the 2017 Asian Junior gold medalist down at 63 kilograms back in 2017. His opponent, Mikhail Usov, has also enjoyed continental medal success as the 2019 European Junior silver medalist at 70 kilograms. Valery Pastuchov of Moldova is the referee. And in addition to that continental success, a year later, Usov progressed through to the youth classification, and he comes in as the 2020 National Youth Championship gold medalist in the 75 kilogram middleweight division. So we're underway then. The winner goes through to face off against Dias Molzhigitov of Kazakhstan, but that is potentially 9 minutes away. That's what we're scheduled for here over the course of the 3 3-minute rounds, but these are 75 kilogram middleweights and both of them can crack. The man wearing red, operating out of the southpaw stance, is Nurislam Ismoilov, 18 years of age. His opponent is 17-year-old Mikhail Usov, Russian, as is the man from Uzbekistan, both of them competing in their third bout here at Kielce 2021. It was a really hard-fought route to this quarter-final stage for the man in red. Edged his way over the line against Andrei Katarovich, man from Belarus, playing his part in what was a really hard-fought affair. Usov progressing here with a unanimous point decision win over the man from Hungary. Left hand not too far away from Ismoilov. So beyond the midpoint is a nice counter right-handed landed by Usov. Looking for the same shot once again, but Ismoilov was, oh, that's a low blow, but no complaint from Usov. seem to stray below the belt line. Again, that is why the white sash, whether the boxer wearing red or blue, must be visible. Used to be a sash back in the day, now it's a waistband on the shorts. So plenty of patience as the boxers look to establish their own straight punches. Speculative left hand fighting by Ismailov, but didn't really find the range. Counter right left is nice work from Usov, who spun off the line effectively as well. Good three-shot combination where a couple of them did get through for Ismailov. As he lands with backhand success again, but it was countered from Usov. So the first round in the book. It is Usov who's taking it across the board. He having the greater volume of effective clean punching.
Не оставайся, закручивай за передничку. Понял? Где-то нет, по животу ударил, по животу, по голове и тут же закрутил за переднюю.
Передний напрягаешь, переживаешь, и он видно начинает атаку. Видно, понял?
Так же, сейчас побежит на тебя, ты должен его проваливать. Дерни, бам сюда. Ни в коем случае не держать. Наше замечание.
Seconds out, please.
Понял, нет? Давай.
Round 2.
Into the second round then. The two incredibly strong boxing nations facing off here at the semi-final stage. Uzbekistan here with an 18-deep squad, 10 men and 8 women, but just look at the accuracy from the man in blue, representing a full strength 20 strong team with 10 men and 10 women, and that is Mikhail Usov of Russia. Really is cutting a composed figure up there in the boxing ring. Very cool under fire. Ismailov being encouraged by his corner to come forwards. So much patience being exhibited. There's a solid left hand landed by Ismailov, but it was countered from Usov. So a minute gone in the second round. Again, you see the way Ismailov's head swiveled as he was coming in. He took a nudging little right hand where the impact was doubled up because of his forward movement. So burst of activity from Ismailov. That was a strong left cross, but then look at the backhand response from the man in blue. Ismailov fighting in bursts here as he wings a left hand into the body. Foul blow. Spoken to about that by the referee from Moldova. Hitting on a break from Ismailov. Left hook is a nice shot on the back foot from Usov. Still piling his way forward is Usov. Excuse me, is Ismailov. Again, this is reminiscent of how he boxed in yesterday's contest. His feet just seemed to slow a little bit. At a similar juncture in the second round. And the third round was a really hard endeavor for him as he takes a left hook on an unprojected chin, and look at him breathing through a wide open mouth, but he keeps on trying to come forward. But while he was standing still and taking a breather, he was picked off by 2 punches. Again, having to fight in increasingly sporadic bursts here now. 10-second clapper brings a burst of activity from both boxers, but it was Usov who had the better of the exchange at long range. Very good boxing indeed, again, from the man in blue. Ismailov continuing to come forward. His activity just decreasing as the round progressed. Some of the action from that second round.
Мишаня, все, только не держи, не держи. Предупреждение залезет, будет хана. Ты понимаешь предупреждение? Да. Все здесь там четко навстречу.
Seconds out, please. Round 3.
So into the final round then, and the man in red needs a very big final 3 minutes indeed, because he's conceded the opening 2 rounds. All of the scoring judges, but this type of tempo, unless he's putting all of his faith into a single finishing shot, is not going to get it done. He needs a massive final round, 10-8 round, just to get back on terms. But I'm not sure he has the energy to box for sustained periods of time. Just bursts as he lands a right hook there, but he was picked off by a nice right uppercut from Usov. So he knows what he needs to do, does Ismailov, as he takes a right cross to the pit of his stomach. The question is, does he have the energy to do it? Because again, those straight shots that he's just been tagged by continue to drain his energy levels. So it's a very difficult mission now for the man in red. But again, he possesses quite a punch, does Ismailov. Can he find it to get his man out of there? RSC or KO, because the tempo at which he boxed for the first half of the round isn't enough to give him the foundation for the big round that he needs. So he would have to deck his man repeatedly and completely dominate the remaining minute in order to produce a 10-8 round. That's increasingly unlikely. Maybe he's in the realms now where he needs a one-shot stoppage. But Usov keeping his cool and continually spinning off the line, principally to his left, but also to his right as well, going counterclockwise as he showed there. Ismailov is trying to let his hands go, but he's looking similarly labored as he did in the round of 16 contest last time out. But you have to credit the man's determination. He keeps on coming, looking for that shot. There he gets through with a single shot success, which just disorganized Usov. But time is not on his side. One suspects that Usov will look to use his experience and see this one out. Scored with the right cross there. Ismailov looking to dig away to the body with his left hand. So Usov content to cling on to his man just before the intervention of the referee and nurse this one over the line. And it will be the Russian boxer wearing blue who will go through to the semi-final stage with Dias Mojigitov of Kazakhstan awaits. We need official confirmation. Nurullam Ismailov not able to produce the big final round that he needed. Truth be told, he probably conceded that final round as well. Just didn't have the energy to produce the single punch or the rally required to turn this one around.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by unanimous decision is the boxer from the blue corner, Mikhail Usov, Russia.
And there is confirmation of a unanimous points decision victory for Mikhail Usov of Russia, taking each of the 3 rounds 10-9 for all 5 of the judges. A very composed display indeed. Nurislam Ismoilov eliminated here, 1 win shy of the medal stages. Acquitted himself well during the course of Kielce 2021, but it is Usov who goes through. It will be Russia against Kazakhstan in the top half of the 75-kilogram middleweight draw at the semi-final stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for bout number 291 in ring K, men's heavy, 91 kilogram. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer from Uzbekistan, Samadov Amirshok. And his opponent in the blue corner, representing Poland, Jakub Straszewski. And judge assignments: 1 Czech Republic, 2 India, 3 Sri Lanka, 4 Argentina, and 5 Armenia.
So we move up to the
Referee
91
Vin
kilogram heavyweight
Azrak.
division, and here are the 5 scoring judges who will score our penultimate bout of this 12th session of boxing. They come from the Czech Republic, India, Sri Lanka, Argentina, and Armenia. There is Amirshok Samadov, 19 years of age. Samadov preparing for his second bout of Kielce 2021. Jakub Strzelecki boxed in the first preliminary round. So this is the 3rd contest of the 2021 AIBA Youth World Boxing Championships for him. Mazlan bin Hamza of Malaysia is the referee.
Round 1.
So we're underway then, 91 kilogram heavyweight action featuring boxers from Uzbekistan and Poland. The boxer wearing red, Amirshok Samadov. And the tall southpaw, slightly taller southpaw wearing blue is Jakub Strzelecki. Strzelecki, 2020 national youth champion in the 91 kilogram heavyweight division here in Poland. Just took a good right hand. We need to call it halt to the proceedings in a moment because the straps on Samadov's head guard are flapping around, particularly on his right-hand side. Well, the left isn't much different either. Wouldn't want a stray flap to cause a problem for either Samadov or Strzelecki. Strzelecki here in his 3rd bout of the tournament. We've got 24 boxers in the men's 91 kilogram heavyweight division. So Strzelecki boxing in the round of 32. Produced a terrific performance. Win on a unanimous point decision over Kevin Berry in the previous round to book his place here. 1 win away from the medal podium now. What an accomplishment that would be for a Polish athlete at World Championships competing here in Poland. Tournament behind closed doors, but some of the volunteers were able, many of his compatriots, making quite an atmosphere here. This event, this tournament that's been contested in COVID-safe conditions. Getting onto the front foot is Samadov, looking to close the distance. Moving well, almost incessantly to his right is Strzelecki, but he takes a reverse 1-2 there as Samadov scores with a right-left combination. So very relaxed operator up there in the ring is SRISAWAS. A counter punch, but was nudged by a left hand by the advancing Samadov. Left hook goes over the top from SRISAWAS, followed by Tangle, where the referee's allowing them to work their way out of there. Samadov, I'd have thought, would have been looking to get his hands free and work away. So the first round in the book. Now first heavyweight contest here on this afternoon of quarter-final action. 3-2 split in favor of Samadov. A, B, and C. Saving the work of the man in red. D and E. Preferring the longer range punch picking of the man in blue.
Za długo Synek czekasz, no. Szybszy musisz być. Nie patrz na wynik, tylko swoje rób. Szybszy masz być, Synek. No. Widzisz, że nic ci nie jest, no. Synek, no.
Seconds out, please. Round 2.
So into the second round then, after an evenly contested first 3 minutes, who will be able to change something, perhaps quicken the tempo, get over the front foot, establish the jab, come with attacks in waves, something different to try and turn the tide more decisively in their favor after it was a very even affair over the first 3 minutes. 3-2 in favor of the man in red is how the ringside judges scored it. So again, plenty of encouragement from the volunteers. They're doing a sterling job here at Kielce 2021 at the Halalegianov. Check right hand was a clever shot from SRISAWAS, and then he comes through with an eye-catching left cross, and it's SRISAWAS looking to change things by getting onto the front foot and driving the more compact figure wearing red backwards. Check right hand looking for, SRISAWAS looking for that check right hand once again. Both boxers being spoken to forcefully about the infringement of holding. Good left hand landed by Samadov as the two boxers came together, then a right cross underneath. Both boxers keen to show the referee that it's not them doing the holding. Right hand to the body, speared in by Samadov on the resumption. It's untidy on the inside once again, and both parties equally culpable here for my money. They're going to have to watch themselves. They don't want to fall foul of the referee and pick up a warning. Good left hand to the body, terrific bolo shot from the backhand of the man in blue. Hard shots being dug in by both boxers, but it was Samadov who got the better of the exchange. As he came in, SRISAWAS caught him with a beautiful shot, but then he didn't even blink and kept the offense going, kept the attack going, and momentarily dipped the knees of SRISAWS. Walks back in again, and it's a pile-driving right-left landed by Samadov, triggering into range on quick feet and letting heavy leather fly. Looking for the left hand once again, but SRISAWS keeping his composure, dancing away, using lateral movement. The second round in the book, my goodness. Some big shots being fired in by both boxers during the course of that 3 minutes. And the front foot pressure in the early stages of the round, combined with his punch picking, enough for Struzeski to sweep the board. So it's all square for judges A, B, and C. There is a 2-round advantage for Struzeski. For judges D and E, everything on this third and final round. And to his credit, in the closing stages, Samadov showed plenty of aggressive intent, but there's an example of a terrific left hand, just dug in cleverly, but this was a raiding attack launched by the man in red in the closing stages. He's going to need that type of intensity against this composed back foot boxer. Struzeski raising his right hand to the ring lights. Both men up early for work. We have got 3 minutes to determine who is going through to the medal platform in the 91-kilogram heavyweight division. An absorbing contest so far. Jolting right jab landed by the man in blue. He's looking to establish that rangier lead hand. Boxers trading misses through the first 20 seconds of this final round. Nice right jab landed by Struzeski. Hard right hand driven into the sternum by Samadov, but then there was a nice move by Struzeski to spin off to his right as he produced a check right hand. Samadov back into the pocket with a hard right hand into the body. Marauding forwards once again is the man in red, but there's a solid left hand out of the southpaw stance by Struzeski. Not looking to get over the front foot in this final round, but play counter-puncher. But for my money, that tactic to begin round 2 was very effective indeed. Walking the man in red backwards and sticking out a straight right jab. Again, the accuracy decreasing from both boxers. Some quality going to be needed here. Cannot fault the determination, cannot fault the desire. As Samadov lands with a good right hand to the body, turned it upwards with a bent arm to produce an uppercut. That's a solid right hand, perhaps the best shot of the entire round for Samadov. It's another untidy grappling match at close range. Same shot once again from Samadov in terms of a right hand to the body. It was a different type of right hand, but he drove it in. Clock continuing to tick. You just get the sense that Struzeski in particular saving himself for a big finish here. Oh, that's a terrific lead left hand from Samadov. And Samadov surely wants to be working away when they're in this territory. He seems to be more ideally suited to this type of work. Bores in once again, but neither man landing anything of good effect. Pecking right hand on the retreat landed by Struzeski. There are 30 seconds to go in what has been a hard-fought third and final round. Struzeski wills his way forward, and in the closing stages to resonate in the mind of the judges, comes forward behind a right jab, left cross, and the left cross was a perfectly picked shot. 10-second clapper has sounded. Samadov goes after his man. Bustling away to the body is Struzeski. Both boxers working away at close range. A trip to the canvas will be the of this third and final round. And we will be going to the judges' scorecard to see who will be going through. Struzeski raises his arms immediately. Remember, it was all square for 3 of the 5 judges after 2 completed rounds. Struzeski led for the other 2 judges. And so how are they going to score that third and final round? Struzeski landed a strong left cross, but Samadov landed his own backhand like that and was looking to be the aggressor for large portions of the round. It's going to be very close, this one. Which way will it go? Nervous moments now for the boxers and their teams.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by split decision is the boxer from the Blue corner, Jakub Straszewski.
Jakub Straszewski
Poland.
explodes in celebration at having been declared a split decision winner, and he is overcome with emotion. 3-2, 28-29 for 4 of the 5 scoring judges. That's how close it was. Samadov playing his part in what was an incredibly hard-fought affair. And he's immensely disappointed, but it is Straszewski who goes through to the medal platform by the narrowest of margins. And that is how he did it, conceding the final round on a 3-2 split. But he goes through the slimmest margin of victory in favor of the Polish boxer. Wonderful accomplishment for him, disappointment for Ameshok Samadov. But Poland have a boxer on the medal podium in the 91-kilogram heavyweight
Ladies
division.
and gentlemen, bout number 292 in ring A, men's heavy 91 kilogram. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer from Kazakhstan, Amirov Madi. And his opponent in blue corner, representing India, Gupta Vishal. Judge assignment: 1 Italy, 2 Slovakia, 3 Armenia, 4 Argentina, and 5 Mongolia. Referee:
So our
Veronika
final
Suk,
bout
Hungary.
of this 12th session of boxing will be scored by judges from Italy, Slovakia, Armenia, Argentina, and Mongolia. There is the boxer from Kazakhstan, 18-year-old Madi Amirov, national youth champion in the 91-kilogram heavyweight division. He took Asian junior bronze down at 80 kilograms back in 2019. That same year, Vishal Gupta, who's just 17 years of age, in 2018, he took national junior gold in the plus 80 kilogram division, the heaviest weight class available for junior boxers in AIBA classification. Veronika Suk of Hungary is the referee, and the winner of this contest will progress through to the semi-final stage, the final 4, and they will face off against the home boxer, Jakub Straszewski.
Round 1.
So we're underway then. Our 14th bout of this 12th session of boxing is between athletes from Kazakhstan and India. A slightly taller figure, perhaps wearing red, is Madi Amirov, 18 years of age. And his opponent, wearing blue, is 17-year-old Vishal Gupta. Left jab scored by Amirov. Looking for that right hand, but couldn't find the range. Third bout of the tournament for both of these boxers. Left hook landed by Gupta, just knocked Amirov off balance momentarily before he got his legs back beneath him. Right cross on the resumption from Gupta is a good shot. Oh, beautiful left uppercut, and then a right hand to the body, followed by a left downstairs from Amirov. Terrific punch picking by the man in red as we approach the midpoint of this opening round. Left jab attempted by Gupta. To box off the back foot, looking for a speculative right hand was Amirov. Right uppercut, left hook. Knocks Gupta off balance. Terrific shot selection once again. Wide variety being shown by the man in red. Zamirov scores with a good left hand to the body. That was reciprocated by a right hand from Gupta, who bombs away with a shot over the top. Scoring downstairs is Amirov with a left hand. So Amirov back into the breach. He scores with the right cross over the top. Gupta looking for the left hook, but he didn't really connect cleanly. Falling short with the attempted left and right is Gupta. He did score with that jab as he snaked it out while employing the crouch. And he comes back with a right hand over the top. And altogether a heavier right hand landed by Amirov. Oh, that right hand not getting back to the on-guard position from Gupta. It was traveled back via the belt line. And I just wonder whether Amirov will have registered that and looked to counter it over the top. 10-second clapper has sounded, closing seconds here in the first round. First round in the book. Thought the Kazakh boxer was raising his hand for a moment. I thought he did enough to take that opening round, but what say the judges? Clean sweep across the board in favor of Madi Amirov, the man from Kazakhstan. So some of the action then from that opening round.
Seconds out, please. Round 2.
Well, you could still hear the sound of the bell, and Vishal Gupta, having conceded the opening round, was already letting his punches fly. Landed with a right cross, and there's a quickening of the tempo from the man in blue after conceding the opening round for all 5 scoring judges. He was aware of that. AIBA live scoring in effect here. It's no secret, and he has responded terrifically, really trying to up the work rate. But now Amirov, after perhaps just being caught by surprise by that, I said, okay, well, I've adjusted now, and he begins to look to get to work with his own lead left hand. Gupta scoring with a left jab over the top before coming forward with a reverse 1-2. Amirov momentarily turning southpaw as he skipped away. Now he's back in the orthodox stance and drives in a good right hand to the body. Both boxers short of the range with their backhands. Amirov moving to his left or changing direction and skipping away laterally to his right. Nice movement being shown by both boxers. Good right hand over the top by Gupta, reciprocated immediately in kind by Amirov, but that's a solid right hand by the man in blue. Catching Amirov as he was coming in. So Amirov looking for that jab with a crouch once again. Excuse me, Gupta looking for that same jab with a crouch once again. The man in blue, there he scores with a right cross over the top, and there's the same jab in evidence once more. Pings his man with a right cross from range, and then a left hook flashes around the corner from Gupta, who really is upping his work rate. Amirov just glanced by a right hand. He steps back in with a right cross to the body of the man in blue. Now looking to edge forward behind his jab was Amirov. Gupta tucking up behind a high held guard. He looks for a left hook in response to the right hand, and there's a right hand left hook success for the man in blue. So a terrific response from Vishal Gupta after conceding the opening round. Big right hand over the top, missed by some distance from Amirov, and then he just put on the end of a point-scoring right cross from the man in blue. Same shot once again. So neither boxer looking to work away on the inside, but it was Gupta who landed with the most eye-catching left uppercut on the retreat and then caught his man with the right cross again as Amirov was coming in. 10-second clapper has sounded. And this has been a terrific response from the Indian boxer in blue. Fantastic reaction from Gupta after conceding the opening round. He really upped his work rate in that second round, and that is why he's taken it for 4 of the 5 scoring judges. I thought it was a terrific performance by Vishal Gupta. While the sound of the bell was still audible here at the Halalegianov, he was across the center ring and helping himself to a right cross. And from that moment, he was the one who was more accurate throughout the course of the 3-minute round. He is right back into this contest. It is all square for 4 of the 5 scoring judges as we go into the final round. 19 points apiece, 1 round apiece. Judge E has it in favor of the man from Kazakhstan by a 2-point margin.
Round 3.
So into the 3rd and final round then. And once again, it is Gupta who has come out setting the tempo, just as he did to begin round number 2, when lefts and right scoring to both head and body from Vishal Gupta. Swing and a miss from Amirov. And Amirov, what can he do to respond? Trying to get himself back into this contest with a 2-shot salvo to the body, but Gupta scores with the right hand over the top. Amirov scores with the right hand around the corner. Gupta comes straight back. Terrific 2-way action to begin this 3rd and final round with 30 seconds gone. So Amirov looking to establish that lead left hand. Looping roundhouse right was just short of the mark. Gupta's shot was shorter and landed first. So approaching a minute gone. Remember, the contest in the balance. Nice left right landed by Amirov. And then a shot without reply once again from Gupta. Just knocked Amirov off balance. Gupta digging down with shots to the body. Scored with the right hand over the top in response to the shot that he took from Amirov. Right hand landed by the boxer in red. And both boxers really feeling the pace now. Leaning on, just filling their lungs with oxygen. And now they are back to it once again. Both of them digging deep in pursuit of a World Championship medal here in Kielce 2021. This contest in the balance. It is all square for 4 of the 5 judges. And who will be able to access their reserves of energy? The roundhouse right from Amirov caught by the left glove of Gupta. Both men fatigued now. So this is going to be about the intangibles of desire and will and determination. And both of these men demonstrating those qualities in abundance here. So the clock continuing to tick. During the course of that intervention from the ref, Amirov loading up before the boxers fall into a clinch once again. Amirov nudging home a left hook to the head and then follows it to the body. And the exertions of both of these boxers etched all over their faces. Solid left right from Gupta and another right left from the man in blue. Amirov trying to keep himself in the pocket and land his own offense. He comes back with a 3-shot combination. Left, right, left, the final shot downstairs with a terrific palms upward shot. So the 10-second clapper here in the 3rd and final round. Oh, good left hook landed from Gupta. Amirov looking to get his hands free to score with his own arcing punches. What a contest we have just witnessed. An absolutely fantastic performance. Remember, it was all square for 4 of the 5 scoring judges after 2 completed rounds, after Gupta produced a magnificent rally in the second after conceding the first across the board. He got himself back into it for judges A, B, C, and D. And then in the 3rd and final round, there was plenty of 2-way action. For what it's worth, I happen to think that Gupta produced a slightly cleaner work. But my opinion is irrelevant because Amirov was able to produce combinations like that. Left, right, left to the body was eye-catching indeed. who's going through to the medal podium.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by split decision is the boxer from the blue corner.
And there it is.
Vishal Gupta, India.
Vishal Gupta producing a terrific turnaround, overcoming a first round where he was swept across the board, conceding it 10-9 for all 5 scoring judges. And the response the man in blue produced was absolutely terrific. Came out blazing in the second round, maintained it throughout, and then in the third and final round, just able to will his way over the line. And that is how he did it, taking the final round for 4 of the 5 judges, an incredibly keenly contested affair. And it is Vishal Gupta who goes through to the final 4, guaranteed at least World Championship bronze here, and he'll face off against Poland's Jakub Strzelecki. That one scheduled for the evening session tomorrow here at the Hala Legionov. Well, that concludes the 12th session of boxing, and what a bumper session it has been. 14 bouts came our way, all of them quarterfinals, to determine who will go through to the semifinals in the top half of the draw. And as you would expect, this deep into an AIBA Youth World Boxing Championships, the quality was incredibly high. We've seen fantastic performances across several weight classes for both women and men. So it just remains for me, Ronald McIntosh, to say thank you for staying with us for this session. The action resumes at 6 p.m. local time, so not a lengthy break. Go grab some refreshments, come back in just 30 minutes time, 6 p.m. local time, 6 p.m. Central European time, and we will close this 12th session by leaving you with a graphic slate of the results that have transpired. So make sure you join us again in 30 minutes. See you very soon. Bye for now.